Internet, we're live. And we're talking clearly pre-planning and ice cream important stuff going on today.
Yeah.
So, welcome to episode 25, guys. 25 episodes of this show. That's pretty crazy. We've been going for a while now. And we're getting into the meat of the story. 25 episodes in. Not surprised the way things have gone with this party. But I sorry.
Hey, that sass, I heard that.
Yeah, there's a little sass there. Anyway, so I wanted to welcome you all to the show. So thank you. I just wanted to throw a shout out to our newest sponsor that we have here, which is Elderwood Academy, which is pretty cool. They sent us all some very cool stuff. Some of us have ours. If you're Bucky, they didn't send you any.
I don't have one.
And
No, that's not that they didn't send it. It's just not made it.
it hasn't made it there
Yeah,
yet. No, it's not against Bucky specifically. But they're cool, and they put the Nerd Immersion logo on the back. And if you pick up from the coupon or the referral link, it goes to support the channel. So we just get a little piece of that purchase. But it also helps to show them that we have an interest from our fans that can help us get more stuff to give to you guys in the future. Hopefully discount codes, and we'll do future giveaways and all that kind of stuff. Also, you don't have to get those big ass chests. You can get these guys that are this big.
Oh,
Little,
want so
little,
bad. They're so
right?
cute.
Here's a D20. Here's the hex chest. Look at the size difference. It's
so
crazy.
You can
adorable.
wear it as a necklace.
This right here is the patented, this is the TED loop. You can quote me on this, and you can tell them, and they'll agree. The TED loop. I came up with this concept. It's in a lost interview that I have some really garbled footage of, where I was like, hey, you guys should put a loop on those so people can wear them as a necklace or on their keychain. They're like, it's a good idea.
Oh, shit.
I have this I got this little tiny set of glow in the dark dice. That
So,
press.
I've got,
That's horrible. Look how cute
this is,
That's adorable.
so again, right, here's your regular size D20. These are Norse Foundry. These are metal dice. These are tiny little metal dice in here. So,
Nice.
they are. So cute.
very cool. And you can, they have a Kickstarter going on for a deck box. Very cool stuff. Anyway, so that's out of the way now. So, we've been getting to this point of dealing with these elemental cults for quite a while. So, the party 2 episodes ago found their way, or decided we're going to dive into one of these areas. They had found this great door that had basically 4 lights in it, 4 stones set, and then they realized when they put certain relics and artifacts next to it, and I say that like they're very high powerful, but 4 magic items that are actually relatively low power to these, it unlocks the door. So they said, we got to figure out where they all are. We've been to 3 of them, but the one for the air area, we haven't found that yet. Let's go check it out. So they went and they met their Aarakocra friends, and they did a pretty cool squirrel suit swan dive and zipped all the way over into a canyon and found their way into an ancient dwarven civilization, or at least the remnants of them, that have since been repurposed by these air cultists, bereft with Kenku, who were continuing to spout off sounds of torture and torment as they'd heard nearby people being attacked and tortured. And they basically made their way through most of this, trying to find out as much as they could. They ran across a djinn who was beholden to Aerisi Kalinoth, the known leader of the cult. She had this djinn under her control because she has the horn that summons him, and his job is to basically rebuild this whole place to its proper glory, which will take centuries. So they said, we'll help you out. So that's one step. So they're hoping to free him.
Yeah.
And we had, his name was Atair.
Atair. I remember writing that down.
Yeah. Very close to the character from Assassin's Creed, but just missing that L. Which actually I think it's the exact same spelling, just with an H instead of an L. Anyway, then through Igni doing some stealthing around and checking things out, they did a lot of recon. They also made friends with Windharrow, a bard who was beholden, or not beholden, but I guess a family friend to Aerisi, who basically had no real ties to her and was willing to get out for more money. Told them the story about the bone flutes that they were playing were hollowed out bones of people who failed to, failed to please her. And he said, "You guys are going to get me out of here. I'm down. Let's go. I got no ties with her. I've got magic. I can help you guys out."
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Celeste, I do wish I had a bard who would do this whole recap for me. You're more than welcome to come on at the beginning of every stream and recap what happened last time if you want.
Damn. Sass.
Listen, she does a great job on the other stream, so this just makes my life easier. Anyway, so they made their Igni skirted around and found some old areas where there was like a broken down marketplace, and she was assaulted by a cloaker that then went away. And they basically had found some kind of ancient ruins, look like, and then she said, "Let's go back." So they found where they're going, where they know where Aerisi Kalinoth is, and through forms of different kinds of magic and stealth, they teleported in right in front of her sitting atop her throne. And that is pretty much where we ended last time. Taken aback and surprised, but the party is going to now roll initiative, and we'll see how this goes down.
I need a good die. I need to pick a good one.
Okay.
This one.
19.
Not bad, not bad.
19.
All right, for Vanan,
Yep.
I have advantage.
Excuse me, that is a 21.
Okay, 21. Vanan was...
So first roll was a 9. Second was a 10. So 15 for
Okay,
Vanan.
yep.
And for Lilith, that is a natty 20.
Oh shit!
This is the advantage die.
It's meant to
Dang.
be.
All right.
Ozzy got a 17.
17. All right, then we got to go for Windharrow because he wants to GTFO, but he needs to know where he's at.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's gonna get out.
well, maybe not with his natural 1 on initiative. We'll see where that.
Sorry, buddy.
We'll see where that.
Hero is useless.
He just teleported you guys in there and cast stealthing spells and
I did too.
You're right.
yeah,
He's not special.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Wow.
He's moderately useless.
Nice.
So he's
Dude,
got a.
that natty 20. I hope that's not the only natty 20 we have tonight.
Also,
Yeah, I'm gonna retire
Question.
that dice.
Mhm.
That was-
Okay.
does this count as a surprise round? Because we all
Um,
just kind of warped in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a
Yeah.
couple checks, but I'm assuming so because she really had no anticipation that this was gonna be happening, and it's really hard to prepare yourself against random teleportation. At least that's how I would interpret it if it were me.
The thing is, it is you, Ted.
That's true. It is me. So that is 14. Okay, so yes, we are going to consider this a surprise round. So we will go through the initiative as we would. I will describe to you again the scene. She is sitting atop a throne carved out of stone, a tall, sharp back. It's very dwarven in its architecture. And she has a long, flowing, translucent, in most places, blue kind of robes. But she sort of has like an overskirt that is a dark, it's almost like a little bit lighter than a navy color, covering up, the majority of her waist and below. And she has a tabard with a sort of moon shape on it. She is very pale blue in coloration. She has long blue hair, elven features. She has a necklace, a circlet, things you had all heard about Windharrow saying, like, I want to keep, certain pieces of her jewelry. She has brown feathered, like, bird wings sprouting out of her back with about a 8-foot wingspan. and this long, maybe 6-7 feet long silver spear with this crazy intricately carved head. And she was just kind of sitting there like this, as though she were bored waiting for something to happen. And you guys bamf in, and she does not... Oh, I think I have a picture of her face, which I think I can get to you guys, right? That's her.
Oh.
That give you a
That's cool.
good idea what she looks like?
Cool.
And she does not have any kind of super crazy premonition-based powers. So I think, yeah, this is going to be a surprise round. So
Yay.
go ahead, Igni, you are up first. What would
Yes.
you like to do?
How far am I from her?
You had come up the stairs, so you're a little further away.
Does she know I'm there? You said she doesn't know I'm there.
Well, what was your... Do you remember what your stealth was? Probably higher than her passive perception could ever attempt.
I mean, my base bonus is 12.
Oh my
to
god.
Stealth roll.
So the lowest. So did you have any other benefits on the stealth when you went in? Did you had guidance, right?
Invisibility.
So you had
Yeah,
advantage.
yep.
Double advantage.
Did you pass without a trace? I forget. Did Vanan do that?
I couldn't pass without it. I would have to have been with next to her.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
That's right. So I got the invisibility. That's what it was. I had to roll stealth, but I want to think it was successful.
Well, to beat her passive perception, you need to roll a 2 or higher on that stealth check with advantage. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you probably beat that.
I literally can only fail if I will roll.
Yeah, basically. So she is unawares of the surroundings. So you are... Let me see how far away you are. 10 feet. So from her throne, coming up the stairs, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You're about 50-ish, 50, 60 feet away.
Okay, can I sneak up behind the chair?
You can, yeah, if your movement allots you to get that far.
I've got... I don't even know where it is on here. I should be able to get at least halfway there. I believe it's 30 feet.
Yeah, oh yeah, your movement's 30, and you could actually bonus action dash as a rogue. So you could...
And maintain my stealth.
No, I would need another check, because the stealth is only when you're standing still. So we'll see. Now it'll... Go ahead and make another stealth check. Still at advantage. You know what? No, you're invisible. You're fine. She wouldn't see you, and you don't leave footprints. So...
And you can't hear my feet, right? Don't I?
I forget whatever it is. Yeah, you're fine. You sneak up on
Boots
her.
of elven kind.
Yeah, you're behind the throne.
Basically,
So
that's what I would like to do. Is
do you-
dash. Just like...
So you're behind the throne. You still have your action. Are you going to wait? Because you were at the base of the stairs. You saw everybody appear in the room,
Come in, right.
and then you run up invisibly behind her.
No, I think I'm going... What I would like to do is hold my action
Mhm.
until she, like, they attack her or combat... Somebody attacks somebody. How about
Okay,
that?
that's fine.
If she attacks someone, I will hold. But I don't want her to know I'm there first and, like, turn around, so I'm going to wait.
Okay, that's fine. That works.
Yeah.
Then Lilith, you are up next.
Am I invisible?
No, you were just appeared in the room
You
next
guys
to her.
just, like...
I was gonna say, like, where did... Because I believe
How
Lilith
fa-
went
yeah.
with Windharrow, and Vanan came with me.
Yeah.
You were just going based on proximity, right?
Right.
Well, Bucky and Ozzy and Vanan were just going on general area. You weren't going for a specific location, correct?
Yeah, no.
So we might be kind of far away.
Okay, so
We're dangerously close.
because of how he interpreted your guys' way to do this, he will pop you right next. So Lilith, you are right next. He's like, you're right in front of her on the throne, and then he's 5 feet behind you. So you're sort of the aegis between him and her. So you are right up in her grill. She is shocked that you are here.
I'm gonna stab her.
Oh, that is a thing you are able to do.
And I want to also, so I get 3 things here. I'm gonna stab her twice, and I'm gonna activate my fucking wings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, flying battle.
Yeah.
The wings are in action.
Are they in action?
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay, never mind. I thought that was a bonus action. So that'll come up.
You can
next
lay
time.
some smite into that.
Hang on. Hang on. Let me think here
Uh-oh.
for a second. Let me ask you a question. There's a lot of craziness happening last time. So,
Okay.
I will say, because of rule of cool, and it kind of makes sense that you would have probably done this if you knew you were going to go right into a fight.
Yeah.
There's no reason you wouldn't have done this before you went in.
Like prepped it.
Activate it, and then he's going to teleport you in. So I will say that as you guys all appear together, you watch that as soon as Lilith appears in front of him, the wings fly out, the rainbow ethereal angel wings sprout from her back, and you can make your attack.
Fuck yeah. The explosion. Let's just, we're gonna dazzle this bitch to death. It's gonna be so good.
Dazzle her to death.
Okay, so I need to roll. Somebody roll a d. I need 2 d20s rolled because I'm gonna do extra.
All right,
attack.
I'll do one. Okay, I rolled a 10.
And that's gonna be a +8, so 18 to hit.
That will hit.
And then somebody else roll for me.
I'll roll one.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Mhm.
teamwork makes the dream
Of
work, yo.
course.
Yeah, it's a 13.
Okay, so
+8.
both of those hit.
Yuck. So we're gonna. Can I? Do I get to smite?
If you
I
want,
wanna yeah.
of course. Why wouldn't you?
Okay, we're gonna smite her ass. So that's a lot. So it's a D8 +6 for normal damage.
Correct.
Plus
I got the
smite.
1.
Actually, it's a D8 +6, and you guys are what, level 7?
Yep.
+7 because your wings are out. So it's a D8 +13 for the first attack.
All right, roll
Okay.
the D8 there, Davis.
Yeah.
You said you had one?
7.
So
20
20,
20 damage.
20 damage
Okay.
before the smite.
Before
And then how many dice is smite?
You can choose to smite at a second level if you want, and that would
Yeah.
be another 3d8.
yeah.
So do
Oh,
3
we should each roll a D8.
I got
It's,
you.
So it's gonna be a
let's do it.
total of 4d8 +6.
Oh.
So what was already rolled plus 3 more.
So 20 altogether for that one.
Okay.
Okay,
And
I rolled
then-
a 5.
So that's 25 we're at right now. What else we
So
got?
did I do 45?
Hang on,
damage
hang on.
Not
now?
yet, not yet.
Uh,
I'll roll the 6.
okay. You rolled a 6, so we've got... So wait, 20, who got the 5? Davis got a 5?
I got a 5.
Oh,
That's
Chelsea got a
61.
well, no, hold on. And what did you roll, Davis?
I got a 1.
All right.
okay.
So that, for the... Hold on, so let's...
32.
32 points on the first hit.
Oh my god.
So the second hit does not get the +7.
Okay.
So
do it again.
so that would be, are you going to smite again?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay.
I-
So that will be a total of 4d8, however you guys want to roll it.
All right, I'll just roll 2.
+6.
Oh wait, we didn't add the extra. We were supposed to roll another d8 because we only rolled 3 d8.
No, I thought we had the one off the first one, or did we not
I got
roll?
a 7 to start.
7.
7. I rolled 7 with the 2 dice.
Okay, so 14, 21. I need Ozzy. I need you to
I
roll
got a
one
5.
more. 5, so that's 26 plus another 6 is 32 again.
Wow.
64.
64 points of damage.
Lilith, what? You have to narrate this carnage.
Yes, for real. Describe to us.
I think
What
you
up,
guys
bitch?
all.
Stab, stab.
Yeah. So, yeah, please tell us how this happens. Please.
Oh man, I wouldn't have. If I had rolled these dice all by myself, I would not have rolled that many points of damage. So I think you guys all get to like partake in this.
Oh.
So I'll narrate the first part of this story, and then you guys add to it. So she just appears in front of what's her name, Aerisi Kalinoth or whatever. What is her name?
Aerisi Kalinoth.
Aerisi.
Aerisi Kalinoth. And this explosion. What did you say? She has like rainbow wings.
Yeah, Lilith's wings. Ever since she received that blessing, her wings, rather than just an ethereal
That's
kind
right.
of, angel wing, they are now completely vibrant and rainbow colored.
Those probably scared the living daylights out of her. And before she even knows what's happening, she's got 2 knife blows into her stomach.
Just yeah. All right. So you're just so you appear in this resplendent, prismatic,
You're gonna
Just-
be way better at describing this than me.
just this array of rainbow and just divine energy, and you just stab her twice in the stomach. Is that how that goes?
And she's screaming.
Oh yeah. No. Okay. All right. So just so
Screaming stuff about slavery and like how that's so super not okay.
I
There's energy for the devastation and the emotional like upheaval of her friends that she's with that this woman has clearly caused.
I would just like to in my mind, right? So we've discussed this scene, but you think about this, right? And it's someone appears in this rainbow energy, this heroic paladin in full gleaming moonstone armor, and is like gonna go and like it's crazy, and then she just like shivs her in the stomach twice. Like
Yeah.
but it's
Metal.
shivs her in the stomach. It's a sword, guys. Like that's not sugarcoat. It's like from far away, but like each one comes back glowing with this just divine justice. There's no other word for it, as it just impacts, and you watch as she's just completely with the look of just bored and would rather be doing literally anything else immediately drops from her face as she just starts to become this pallid color as like her lifeblood is spilling out all over the floor. She does not look like she was 1 expecting this or 2 expecting this much damage either.
It also let's envision like 300 meets the Red Wedding.
Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I imagine that feathers are like flying bloody feathers are like falling like snow around them in slow motion.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like there's some like choir like single note like
Die, bitch!
I was
And
gonna
there's, like-
say. No, go ahead, Jaden.
And there's like rainbow smoke coming off of her eyes, which are
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
And I was gonna
Oh,
say, hey
damn.
Chelsea, do you want to activate your action now that she has been stabbed?
oh yeah.
This is a
that would-
trigger
like,
for your.
get her right across the fucking
Yeah,
neck like
well,
super
I'm gonna
slowly.
just like it will be silent dagger and fan blade come out of nowhere. Okay. From I guess behind her.
Mhm.
So that's 2 plus my sneak attack bonus.
Oh girl, how many d6?
Well,
are
let's
those?
roll first with advantage for your first attack.
That 20.
Oh,
Okay. So you are what are you? Are 7th level rogue, so that's a D4. And what's 7th level rogue? 4d6, so 8d6.
Oh,
2d4 plus
my God.
8d6.
yeah.
Okay, so 8d6 I can do. Plus the 1d4. Hang on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is it wrong how excited I am for all of the dice that we're rolling against?
This is amazing.
26, 27, 28, 29. 30 points of sneak attack damage.
And then your 2d4 plus your dex mod.
5 plus dex modifier, which I believe. Hang on, I think it's 6. Let me double check.
Yeah, it's 5 plus the +1 dagger, so 6. Yeah.
So 6. So 11 additional points. What I say? So
41
41 points of damage
for the first dagger strike.
for the first dagger strike.
So I'm gonna stop you right there. How do you want to do this?
Oh my goodness.
I just want to reach around and take that silent blade and just cleanly like slice her neck open, grab her by the hair.
So you all watch as. So all right. So what happens is this epic, amazing explosion of rainbows and paladin holy vengeance strikes upon her, and like the popular girl in all of the teen movies who just gets dethroned immediately by the heroine or whoever the nerd is that then takes the popular girl out, she like has this look of like, I can't believe this is happening to me. And then you all watch as she starts to choke and cough, as silently, with no sound, as a hand begins to appear, as a dagger is drug across her throat, as Igni comes into full view, breaking the invincibility, and she just starts coughing up, holding her stomach, trying to turn around, but she can't because she doesn't have enough. You beat her hit points at this point by 41 points, basically, or 40 points, because she had...
I feel like we just mean girled the shit out of this. When it came up to her, Brittany stabbing her from the front.
Oh man,
And I was like,
That was very red wedding.
Me and Vanan just showed up, and we were like, "Oh."
And Windharrow was like, "Fuck."
That's who I want to hear about.
And then I was like,
yeah, right.
I land and then immediately just like, it was that easy.
knock
that's-
on wood.
That's it.
That was what we were all worked up about.
Well, I
mean,
a bit
Good
of
job, team.
Yep.
I want to turn around and be
I
like,
give
thanks,
Ozzy a
Windharrow.
handshake.
Yep.
For work well done.
Good job, sir. Good job, sir.
Yep.
So, what now?
We gotta get that horn and free the genie and get rid of this slavery
Oh yes.
situation.
Oh, true. Yes, and more people. In this-
Let's raid her room.
There
Oh,
was talk of a magic spear here.
Yeah. So as Vanan says that, Vanan, you feel these, and you all watch. Let me just make some things happen here real quick. Okay, so you watch as Vanan says there was talk of a magic spear, and you watch as the end of that sentence happens, you hear there's kind of a choke sound to the end of that, and you turn to see, and Vanan, you suffer 8, 13, 16, 22 points of bludgeoning damage as you watch as he is hoisted off the ground, holding his throat, being choked from something you don't know what.
Oh.
So next in the initiative is
Windharrow?
Ozzy. And he's like, if you recall, Windharrow did tell you he said that he'd seen people just choke from nothing when in her presence. So Ozzy, it's your turn. And Ozzy,
Yeah.
you now having figured out what's going on here, the elemental spectrum is glowing in a whatever the air color
Like
is.
a greenish.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh God. So I currently don't see anything holding him up right now.
You do not. You see him he's lifted a couple feet off the ground and obviously holding at his throat as one would, but his legs are kicking, and you can see, his eye. He seems to be, relatively okay, all things considered, but he is slowly being choked out.
Oh God. Okay, I'm going to cast a magic missile at whatever, underneath Vanan, essentially. See if I think something's holding him up, I'm going to try and shoot a magic missile at him.
Okay, let me clarify. So you at first level?
Yeah.
Okay, so it just hits the ground around Vanan on the ground, and as this happens, you realize that magic missile, wonderfully useful spell, but only works when you can see what you're aiming at.
Damn it. Okay, I guess I'll back away a little bit. I guess move towards Lilith,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay. Next up after Ozzy is Vanan. So you are currently suffocating, but you still have, minutes of air, and you can act. Your attacks are just at disadvantage, or you can attempt to make an athletics check to relieve yourself from whatever is assaulting you.
Okay. Hmm. What is around me?
All right. Yeah, in the room.
Can I like see her body?
You can see her body on it's basically just kind of slumped, kind of like half falling out of the chair. The spear has tumbled to the ground and is basically clattered halfway down the steps leading up to her throne. And then there are 10 support pillars, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, but nothing else of note here in the room.
Okay. I am going to cast. Oh, I have to look something up. Not really. I just don't remember what detect evil and good is.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast detect evil and good,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my knowledge of elementals, having just taken them as a favorite enemy.
Yes, you can absolutely sense the presence of an elemental within 30 feet. In fact, it's got its hands around your throat, it would seem.
Oh, it's right in front of me?
Yes, it's clear. It's holding you up with some form of hands. Well, it doesn't tell you, it doesn't let you see it, it just, that it is there.
But it's like it's corporeal. Like he could reach out and touch it. It's like it's invisible, or his hand goes through it like a poltergeist or ghost or.
There's only one way to find out. But he cast the spell as an action. So
I cast my spell as my action. So I am going to use my bonus action. I'm gonna just. Oh my god, this is. I should have healed myself. What?
Make a strength check.
I
can't. He used an action to cast the spell.
I used my action to cast the spell. I'm just going to say, "There's an elemental."
You hear like as he's
trying to like point.
Yeah. You're able to do that, to like let go of your throat momentarily to point to try to pull back whatever is there.
Yeah, I'm just like. That's
All right.
what I do.
All right, so that's Vanon's turn. Then it comes to Windharrow, and you see like his like look of smug approval at the quick dispatching of Aerisi Kalinoth is quickly turned to fear, watching one of the people he was with now being choked out from what seemingly is nothing. And he's not. He's like kind of like looking left to right, trying to figure out what to do, as he has spent a fair few of his spells just getting you guys in here. There was invisibility, non-detection, and dimension door. He went through quite a few spells to get here. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna make a wisdom saving throw to see how much of his wits he can keep about him. Well, he's got Ted on his side, so he's got his wits about him. So now we'll see. He's got orange dye about him. So what he will do is, and this do what I want it to do. Yeah, all right. So he's gonna be like, freak out, and he's gonna like moving like he's getting towards Vanan, but like more towards the stairs that lead away. And he's just like, and he's very uncertain. But what he does is he puts his hand out when he's 10 feet away from Vanan, and he casts Prestidigitation to send forth a shower of sparks. And as it impacts around Vanan, you see the sparks hit, and they kind of form around some sort of visible thing. It's only momentarily, but the sparks do impact something, so it's not like incorporeal or wind. And you see that what little bit you can see is a body that is about 4 feet taller than Vanan and kind of amorphous in shape, with some sort of long, spindly like arms wrapped about his throat. And then he backs away.
Okay.
Then it is Igni's turn.
Okay. All right. I see the thing.
Momentarily, and then the sparks disappear.
All right. Well, I'm gonna attack it. Wherever it was, I'm gonna attempt to try to make a double blade attack on it.
Okay. You will have disadvantage on the attacks, because it is invisible. And because you'd be giving disadvantage, you'd have disadvantage, you would not have sneak attack.
Right. Okay. Well, it's worth a shot.
Yep.
Attack number 1 is a nat 1.
Okay, that misses.
Nat number 2 is a plus an 18.
Okay, that does hit. So go ahead and roll your damage, and you're using the which is this with?
This would be the blade.
The fan,
Yeah,
or the?
No, would be the silent blade.
Okay.
Which is what is it? D4
Yeah, just a D4.
plus.
Just a straight D4 for the offhand.
Oh yeah, that's because it's second attack. You're right. Okay, yeah. So just 3 damage on it.
Okay.
But I hit it.
It does, and you do feel, although it is strange because you don't see it, and it feels. The best way I can describe it is like solid air, and I know that makes no sense, but like it seems to be a being created of air, but it has solid enough features that you can impact. And your blade mix purchased, so you feel like it's doing something, but it's hard to tell because you can't see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that was your action, your bonus action. Anything else? I assume that's everything, but
no.
Okay. Lilith.
The only thing she knows how to do here is hit things.
Yep.
With her holy sword.
Yeah.
Is the air elemental holding Vanan up off of his feet?
Yes.
Vader style.
Yep. It looks like a force choke, but clearly you know that it's not.
Right.
You get the feeling, had she survived, she might have tried to do something similar to that to intimidate you.
Yeah. I'm glad fuck that bitch.
Anyway.
So for the sake of aiming her swings,
yeah,
the very recent spark situation, is that enough in her mind that she can kind of pinpoint where to aim so she doesn't hurt Vanan?
Yeah, you would just make the attack rolls at disadvantage.
Okay, let's do that.
Because you can't actually see what you're hitting, but you have an idea where it is. So
Okay.
yeah. So
I need to roll 2d20s.
yes. Now who's gonna roll those?
Oh, I'll do
I
it.
get an attack bonus of +8 on each of those rolls.
I rolled a natural 20 and a 13.
Woo!
Okay.
13 plus 8.
So yeah, that hits. 21 hits.
21.
So that's for the first hit.
Yep.
Nice. Let's roll the damage for that puppy. It's going to be 1d8 plus 6.
Did you want to smite on this one?
No, I don't think I can. How many smites? I only get 2 smites, don't I?
No.
You have no smites as you have spell slots.
You have as many smites as you have spell slots, and at level 7, I think that's 7. Yeah, welcome to being a paladin, the best class ever. I mean, every class
Yeah,
is
smite
created
it.
equal.
Let's smite it. Let's smite it.
You have one more second level smite and 3 first level smites. Or
Okay.
4 first level smites, sorry.
Let's smite his ass.
Okay, so add 3 more d8s. So
that's a
4d8
total
plus
So I roll a
6.
5 for the sword damage.
Okay. Which is doing fine. So it's 11. And then 3 more d8s.
Do you each
I
want to roll a
rolled-
d? Okay.
I
You
just rolled
guys are
7.
adding +6 to this, right?
It's just one. It's plus 6 that's the first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
got it.
11.
Another
Plus-
D8.
Yeah. So 11 plus 7 from Vanan, so that's 18.
Yep.
I rolled a 2.
It's 20. And I got an 8, so 28.
28. Okay, not bad not being able to see.
Cool. So now I get my second attack.
Yeah, so another one at disadvantage.
So 6. So another D20 plus 8.
Oh, it's 16 and a 2.
Oh boy.
8.
The-
So 10 to hit.
10 is gonna miss, unfortunately.
I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with it.
Oh, plus the level damage because the wings are still out. So there was another 7
right.
on top of that first one. So 35 for the first hit.
Cool.
My mistake. You still have your
I forgot.
bonus action. I don't know if you have anything that you can do as a
Yes, I
bonus
do.
action. I think you might
Yes,
have a.
I do.
What would you like to do?
Because Davis is taking damage, right?
Yeah, so you have that channel divinity, right?
Turn the tide.
Yeah, that's to everybody. But
Yeah.
he's the only one who's taking damage.
Well,
well, it's
they regain it, but
yeah, it's your allies, but he's the only one. You guys have dispatched everything without it taking any damage. So,
fuck.
but
that's
he'll
crazy.
so he can get. You can do that if you want.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's keep it up. So you're gonna get
D6.
1d6 equal to my charisma modifier if it has no more than half of its hit points.
Yeah, so 1d6 plus what's your charisma mod?
Plus 3.
So 1d6 plus 3. Somebody's got to roll a d6 to give that back to Vanan.
To Vanan.
4.
All right, so 7 points.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
All right, that is Lilith's turn. Then it is the thing's turn. So it's going to make some attacks against Vanan. Because it's got Vanan. And Vanan, what's your AC? Just so I'm reminded.
21?
Yep. All right. So that is.
Let me double check that. Yeah,
Then
got magic armor and a magic shield, and my dex is 5.
it's still 22 points even with the 21 AC.
Oh,
22 points of bludgeoning damage. I don't know if that matters to you at all, but
Okay, it was a 4. How much was that?
that's 44 total, but you got 7 back.
44 total.
So
got 7 back.
37 total damage.
So 37 total damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Then it is your.
I know how much I have.
Okay. Then
My
it's
turn?
No, it's Ozzy's turn.
Oh, sorry.
You're up. You're up next, though.
All right. So this is bad because all my spells are big explodey and you're all standing right next to it.
Mm.
So I'm just going to use Ray of Frost on it.
Okay. Make an attack at disadvantage.
Okay. That's 20 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. So
Two-
it's 2d8. 1 and 2. 7 and 5. 12 damage. And his speed is reduced by 10.
Okay. It doesn't seem like he's going anywhere. Although realistically he should, but
Yeah.
I forgot to do that on my turn. So now it is your turn, Vanan, unless Ozzy has anything else.
Nope, I'm done.
All right.
I'm gonna grab it.
You're gonna try to break free?
No, I'm just gonna like hold it. I'm gonna pull out my short sword. I'm
Mhm.
gonna grab. Oh, I'm gonna hold it, and then like I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Bonus action.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna pull out my short sword and just stab into it twice.
All right. So go ahead and make 2 attack rolls at disadvantage.
Yeah. Well, first one is a 2, is the low roll, 2 and a 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one is that's an 11 and a 9. 9 plus 9? Yeah, 9 plus 9 is the magic sword. So 18?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Go ahead and don't forget to add all your stuff.
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus 5 plus 4
Yeah, that sounds right.
plus 2
For what's
plus
the
1.
what's the extra 2 and the 1?
Dueling, favorite enemy, and it's a plus 1 short sword.
That's right. Yep, you're right. All of those things.
Damn.
Yes.
that's-
So remember all of that.
Yeah, okay. 9, 11, it's plus 12.
Okay.
Right. 9 plus 12, 21.
Okay. Yeah, you stab into this thing and you feel the impact. It seems like it's doing something.
Still choking.
Yeah, you lose a little bit of air as you speak the words to cast Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. Hunter's Mark isn't verbal, I don't think.
No, you're fine. So after that, which was Vanon's turn, it is Windharrow's turn. And he's just like, and he feels a little better because like everybody's moved up to get in front of him. So he's just like, I don't know what I can do. I don't want to hurt these people because they murdered my boss in 10 seconds. So he says, he like looks about the room and he backs up into the corner kind of furthest away from the thing, and he just says, I don't know what you are because you look like you're a thing, but these very nice people said they were going to pay me a lot and got rid of my boss, so I would really appreciate it if you could just go away. And he will cast Dissonant Whispers because it only has to hear him.
Wow, that was
Nice.
lackluster to say the least.
So it fails its saving throw.
Oh wow.
So
Oh okay.
Nice. Okay.
shit, I didn't think about that. I should run. I should run away. Damn it. Okay, so he's got, what do we got here? 10, 11, 12, 18, 23 points of psychic damage. But then, unfortunately, it has to run away from him. So it runs. You watch as Vanan is carried across the room to the far wall and just stops there.
He carries him?
Yeah. Unfortunately, not provoking any attacks of opportunity, as you have to see your target to be able to make an attack of opportunity.
All right.
I just float across.
Yeah, you just watch Vanan like just carried across the floor. Then it comes back to the top, and it is Igni's turn.
I have a bag of ball bearings.
You
I'd
do.
like to grab a handful and toss them out in its like the direction it's running.
Okay.
See if it'll trip it.
You can do that, yeah. Well, it has already moved. It's basically at the wall.
Oh, okay.
Because it moved. It pulled. It moved Vanan 40 feet across the floor.
Okay.
Just
Is
so.
it still moving, or has it like stopped at the wall?
Well, it stopped at the wall, because that's its movement speed. Not that you know that, but that's the mechanics of the spell.
I see. That's as far as it could. It seemed okay in that amount of time. Okay. I still want to, if I can denote the trajectory based on Vanan's floating.
Yes.
I would like to toss the ball bearings if that direction out into the space to try to make it more difficult for it to move. maybe.
Okay, yeah, you could do that. That would be your action to do that.
That's fine. Action it is, and then I will actually. I'm gonna back up a little bit from it. That way, Ozzy can cast some spells.
Okay.
Boom.
You.
It's still gonna be difficult anyway because Vanan's there.
Yeah, well, one thing at a time, okay? I'm just one body out of the way.
All right, so you do that. You spill these ball bearings across the floor. And that was your turn, right?
Mhm.
Okay, then it is Lila's turn. You're muted.
Yes. I guess I don't know. I guess I'm gonna run over and try to hit it again.
You can fly over if you want.
Oh yeah, I forget.
I would suggest
Also-
that since I toss ball bearings out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good call. The other thing, what was that ability that everybody gets when they're within 5 feet of me?
They get a +1 to their AC.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna fly over there and I'm gonna hit it with my sword again.
Okay, that's 2 attacks at disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'll roll up again. That's an 8
So that's
Plus 8,
plus 8, so 16.
that one hits.
6.
I'll just roll the second attack.
Yep,
That's a 6 plus 8. 14.
that also hits.
Awesome.
Don't need to have a
I'm
high
gonna-
AC if you're invisible.
I'm not gonna smite this time. I have a feeling we're gonna need to use those later.
Okay.
So, just regular damage. It's a D8 plus 6 for
Plus
each.
13.
Yeah.
So 16 on the first one.
Okay, actually, I would say how do you want to do this, but you can't because you can't see it. So you just slash or shiv at this force holding Vanan, and you watch. There's a puff of air, and your hair is just ever so awesomely tousled by
My wings glow brighter.
Yes, and Vanan, you drop to the floor.
I'm like just crawling on the ground. Like
So that's fun.
Oh, Igni.
I'm gonna
Igni.
fly over and grab that spear.
Yeah.
What?
Igni. Do the womp. Detect the magics.
Oh, Wom. Sound effects too, I guess.
Okay, so you can see the spear is screaming magic. Like it is magic, and now you're not too familiar with magic stuff. This is a new ability to you, but you've seen what's about on the party. And this is a level of magic the likes of which you have never seen.
It's so bright. I point like at the spear. Oh,
I'm on my way to pick it up. I'm like, what, this?
be careful. Yeah. It's just like I'm sure it's extremely bright.
There is also kind of on the throne arm that she never got to use a book that is magic,
Oh, shiny knowledge.
and behind the throne a great spiraling horn rests in an alcove, which you
I
also
wanna
see
run
as
and grab
magic.
That horn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of point to everything. Oh, and I turn it off. My eyes.
I turn over to Vanan and I'm like, hey, you like
Hey.
spears, don't you?
typically, yes.
You want to try this puppy out?
Uh,
It's weighted really nicely.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
balanced.
Yeah, sure.
Check it out, check it out.
Let me check it out. Let me check it out.
Here.
Yeah.
It's like aluminum.
Swing it around.
So it's silver, but it doesn't
Oh.
feel weak. There are dark sapphires filigreed on the surface of the head. And when you're holding it, it almost feels insubstantial, as if you're clutching a breeze. A cool flowing breeze is what it feels like you're able to hold in your hands as you wield this spear.
That's sick.
I do some like spin moves. There's like breeze going everywhere. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
and as you kind of get it upwards in speed, there's almost little crackles of lightning.
That's so cool.
I go faster.
There's still about the same amount. Perhaps if you attune, you'll know the truth.
So I would like to grab the book and the horn.
Okay. The horn you know to be basically what you know it to be. You assume, basically, that there's a horn in a place of renown, and she was known to have one. So one would assume that. And the book, with very quick flipping through the pages, you recognize to be a spell book. Her
Cool.
spell book. You
So I'm
recognize
gonna
some spells, but there are some you don't know.
Okay. I'm going to turn to the party and say, so this has been great. We still have to get out of here. We are all the way up on top of a pyramid, and there's lots and lots of people down there.
Oh, they probably just saw all this, huh?
They may have. We may be out of range, but we don't know if they're going to be coming up here soon or not. So we should try and get out.
This is good. What the you said she had some pretty snazzy, like a snazzy skirt on?
Yeah,
Oh.
also, you
I
noted...
wanna-
Yeah, good.
Can you cast invisibility on a dead body?
Oh, you're asking Windharrow if he can do that?
Yeah, because if we're gonna try to buy ourselves some time, she can
Yeah.
be invisible for an hour while we're like sidestepping off of that pyramid.
I'm gonna say
There's
no.
just gonna be weird blood smears.
Well, there's really not much because you killed her pretty much on the stone, like on that dais. Like you didn't, and there was a lot of radiance involved. So really, the light would probably be more of a giveaway than the blood. But no, because I'm gonna argue that when someone is dead, they are no longer a creature. Invisibility is cast on a creature. I don't think they are. So this is the image of basically what happened to Vanan, except without her smug impression here. If I can get that to come into focus there.
Yep.
So you can see her outfit there.
Except she's dead. So
Except she's dead. Also, you notice as you move around the wings that she had. When you move past her, Igni, and then anybody else, you move through the wings.
Oh,
the wings are something on her, potentially.
so there's like an illusion.
Like an illusion.
Oh, an illusion.
That fake ass bitch. This is just Muna.
Kind of seems like maybe she was kind of insecure.
Yeah,
Well, now
that's
she's
just a
dead.
regular ass Muno.
That makes me basic.
Basic ass
Basic.
Muno.
That's a
Take your fake
disappointment.
wings and your snazzy clothes and your wind friends.
Probably not even her real hair color.
And go home.
Get the
Okay?
fuck
Gross.
out of here.
We
I
don't
am
need
taking
you.
that bitch's skirt though.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
it's a new skirt.
Yeah. No, it's actually pretty nice. I'll take a better picture and send it to the chat so you can kind of get a look at what.
Heck yeah, new
what it looks
clothes,
like.
yo. I don't need anything
Sure.
magical. I'm just gonna steal her clothes right off her back.
I
So,
guess we should take that circlet off of her head and give it to what's his name.
and he's like, "Yes, I am right here."
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. You didn't detect any magic on that, right?
Mm-mm.
There's no magic on that, right?
No,
You can
no.
have it.
All right,
Take
so
it.
he takes the platinum torque, but you also see amidst her body are 4 sapphire rings that she has on each, like 2 on each hand,
Ooh,
And-
more rings?
and her diadem, which is got beset with diamonds, which you get the feeling that I'll just give you guys this because I assume, you're figuring out what's going on. You have the stuff. He'll be like, well, fuck it, and he'll prestidigitate all the blood away, so there's no blood anymore.
Okay. Let's just set her up and like make her look like she's sleeping.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
Okay. I'll
Um,
drag her body over there.
so as you guys are doing this and kind of observing things, you can discern that those rings, each ring is worth about 1,000 gold.
Oh, I'm taking all her rings. I'm adding it to my.
And her diadem is worth about 6,400 gold.
I'm-
6,400.
Wind Harrow wants?
No, he took the torque, which you estimate is about 1,600 gold.
Okay. Then
Right.
yeah.
We're gonna snatch it all.
And yeah, you
Pull up
have.
our, my little.
Now you guys could all have matching sapphire rings. If you wanted.
Oh, we totally could.
Like, it's like we're a crime ring, like a bunch of mobsters or like Godfather.
Yeah, who joins a
Like-
thieves guild?
It'll be the sign of the dancing Jones.
No, it'll be our graduation rings because we just graduated to the school of badasses.
Yeah. Also,
did.
Lilith isn't one for bling, but she's actually pretty excited that we all have like matching rings. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's like a friendship ring."
Also, we'll say that for the magic of friendship, the rings all size to fit you all.
Oh,
It's like
nice.
sisterhood of the traveling pants.
Yeah. She was wearing one on every finger, so they're different sizes.
So
How tacky of her.
I know.
Yeah.
What a tacky bitch.
The more I learn
Good lord.
about her, the more basic she
The
becomes.
more basic
Way,
she's
yeah.
getting.
Did she
Just a
also have a
hate.
Starbucks cup of pumpkin spice latte next to her?
no, she didn't get it yet. It's just the start of the
Oh.
season.
She was
Someone's walking in with a pumpkin spice latte.
That's where the cart was
and
going.
her name misspelled on the outside.
Yeah.
She
And
definitely has like like an email mailing list for Tiffany's and like gets all of the newsletters.
Not anymore, she don't.
That's why she has all the same rings. There's a
It's-
discount.
it's weird though. She still uses her like AOL account. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. But as you flip through her spell book in the time that this takes, are you guys going to take a rest? You guys remember, you were basically silent, and the only spell I think that was cast with any audible thing was literally Dissonant Whispers, a spell that makes whispers to the target. So you actually did this all with relative silence,
Wow.
which is mind-boggling to me.
I am so proud of us.
You notice though, Ozzy, in her spell book, one of her 5th level spells, I think, is the spell Seeming,
Oh,
which is what you would gather that this likely is, the wings.
got it.
Which also, looking through her spell book, makes you think, she only had 2 5th level slots, and she dedicated one of those to cast this spell every day.
That's a waste.
Basic.
Yeah, it lasts 8 hours, so the wings are still there even though she's dead. But she spent one of her 5th level slots, one of 2 every day,
To cast.
to
Seeming.
cast Seeming to give herself wings.
I'm just imagining Ozzy like reading the book and just closing it and saying fucking basic.
So he just flips to the book and you see him stop for a moment and then just slow turn the page with a slight eye roll and then goes to the next page.
You just like side eye the wings over there and just like,
Okay.
I know your dirty secret.
So you're telling me this? She's just doing her own thing up in here. This is like a vanity.
Maybe.
Could be.
You know, she was. I mean, you guys didn't do one because half the time you wanted to ask questions, you never remembered what her name was. So you never did a whole lot of research about her backstory. But
Well, we tried.
you found out that she was a noble in Waterdeep who ran away from home. Like, that's basically the extent of what you know. And pieces are starting to fall into place that, yeah, she ran away from home. Some little rich girl ran away, and now she's the head of a cult. But she's still a basic-ass bitch. So,
Oh, now she a dead bitch.
so Windharrow's like, fuck, that was efficient. You guys are... Man, I hate to get on the wrong side of you guys. The precision, the silence, and the precision striking is something that only the most advanced teams of assassins could do. I don't know what she did to get on your bad side, but...
We were bored with her.
And she said, he says, damn. All right. Well,
if
fuck.
Are we done now?
And he says, no.
How do we get
Lilith
out?
kind of wants to intimidate him a little bit and just like clap him on the shoulder a little gruffly and is like, so yeah, we can count on you, right?
And he's like, well, that wasn't part of the deal, but here's a parting gift, because I'm out now.
Oh, no, we can count on you to not be a jackass and be loud about this.
Oh, he's like, no, fuck that. I'm not messing with that shit. You killed the leader of this cult. This thing's gonna devolve into chaos real quick.
I think we should go.
And he's like, but here. And he claps his hands, and a table appears.
Oh.
And upon this table is a spread of the most delicious food
Nice.
you have ever seen. And one could call it a feast fit for heroes.
Oh.
How nice.
Yes.
Unplanned.
Yes. And you can take the next hour to consume said feast over her dead body, which is accurate for the Dancing Johns. And you guys all gain 12. Your maximum hit for the next 24 hours. Your maximum hit points increase by 12, and you gain 12 hit points.
So for the sake of this conversation, this hero's feast has to be as basic as possible.
Yeah.
Like chicken tenders and French fries.
Yeah, yeah,
boring.
it's absolutely, and there is pumpkin spice lattes,
Yes.
right?
Do we get the benefit of a short rest?
We'll say sure. During the, I'd say, I mean, one could argue that eating that much food isn't restful, but I don't think the spell is designed to be taxing, right? Like, if you sat down at a table and you're like, fuck guys, the four of us gotta kill this whole table in an hour, like, that's it. Then it becomes a chore and it's not a short rest. But I think, like, if this is more like a leisurely spread of food that you can eat over the next hour, which is how I interpret the spell, you guys all gain 12 hit points, and 12, your max increases by 12. You, for the next hour, are immune to fear and poison damage and the poison condition. And you make wisdom saving throws at advantage.
I kind of like the idea of Hero's Feast instantly becoming a man versus food type spell where you just have to, the whole party has to just like barrel through an entire table of food.
Yeah, I mean,
Like a hot dog eating contest.
yeah, it's a. Well, here's the thing: you could theoretically make the spell. It doesn't. It says like a feast of delicious food that everybody can eat. But like in my mind, I think that your personal, like, it should have your personal flavor, right? Like, I'm gonna cast Hero's Feast, and it's just fucking like it's, you know, pot roast, or it's, you know, it's fucking Taco Bell tacos for days. Whatever you want it to be. Like, it is just like your own Chipotle spread. Like, you make your own burrito bowl. Whatever you want it to be, it's on the caster to make that.
Yeah.
Is how I've decided it to be. So, but yes, to that point, you could just be like, all right, so here is 14 whole turkeys. You've got an hour to eat them all before they magically disappear. Best part, though, no dishes.
Nope.
No cleanup.
That's pretty great.
So,
I like that.
Unlike her basic body we gotta deal with.
So, you guys get the benefits of a short rest on top of all of this. You can heal up. Not that really any of you need to, except for Vanan, because he's the only one who took any damage.
Oh, and what is that? What does that spear do?
Did you attune to said spear?
I'd like to.
Okay, so I will tell you what the legendary spear Windvane does.
Ooh.
Windvane, this legendary silver spear, is a +2 spear. So that's a +2 to attack and damage rolls. First off. It is finesse. So it uses dexterity. This is from the book. This isn't me.
What?
Yep. And when you hit someone with it, it does an extra d6 lightning damage.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I'm not done. You now automatically are imparted the knowledge of how to speak Auran, the elemental language of air elementals. You have resistance to lightning damage. And you can cast Dominate Monster with a save DC of 17 on any air elemental once per long rest.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
However, because none of this is without a... there's a piece that... I guess I can tell you because you attune to it, right? So if you find yourself... You don't know what it is, but you have this knowledge that if you find yourself inside an air node, whatever that is, an air node, you can perform a ritual called the Song of the Four Winds and create a devastation orb. Once you perform this ritual, you can't do it again until the next dawn. However, in almost OG Vanan style, you attain a flaw that you are now, this is a part of you, that you have to act out however you see fit. You are now mercurial and unreliable, and gain the flaw, I break my vows and plans, duty and honor mean nothing to me.
Oh,
Wow.
you're flighty. You got flighty.
I should have just messaged you that directly, but I think it's funnier to say it out loud.
I mean, I was already flighty.
Yeah, so there's...
The story.
I'm gonna stand up from the table,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna walk over to where you can like see everybody doing stuff.
Yep. You can see
And
that.
I can see that. How many people am I seeing right now?
Okay. I will tell you in a second here.
No, Jesus, no.
It is this is 18. You can see 1, 2, 7 people chanting and levitating off the floor.
And that's what they're doing. They're chanting and levitating off. the
They're
floor.
chanting in Orin. They're chanting in a circle around this hole in the floor where this never-ending stream of wind is blowing out of. And they're chanting, and all of them are levitated about 3 feet off the floor. But they're chanting in Orin, a language which you now speak.
What are
And
they saying?
it's some sort of hymn to Yan Si Bin. You don't know who that is, I don't think. Or do you guys know?
Oh,
I do. Yeah,
I do.
totally.
You do. So...
I read the book.
You did read the book, so you know, then, who Yan Si Bin is.
Oh, hammered out again.
Yep.
I'm here. No worries.
The Prince of Evil Air, and a
Oh.
being of great wisdom and malice. You know that they are chanting some sort of ritual over top of this, in calling to him. Let's see. Let me just see. Does it actually say? 'Cause I think this is it, but I just want to confirm before I speak out of turn here. Okay, yeah, that's it.
I would like to get up from the table and
Mhm.
walk over to Vanan. And be like, "What's up, buddy?"
Remember that dude in that book? Yan Si Bin,
Yes.
the big elemental?
Mhm.
I think, well, they're singing right now, or hymning. It kind of feels like they're trying to summon him or call out to him or something. I don't.
Oh yeah, I can hear it too. Yeah,
Yep.
they're definitely trying to do that. Yep.
Yep. Should we?
Yep.
Should we stop that, or should we just leave?
We probably should. I
Probably
don't think
stop
we
that?
want to see any of the elemental princes here.
Nope. I
No.
don't think so.
I can blow them up from here.
Mm. Mm.
Hey,
Mm.
why don't we go help that genie out?
Oh yeah, I could probably
I mean-
summon him. Yeah.
Let's
I
So
mean,
that-
can
tell him
I,
to go away?
Ted? Can I do like a religion check to see if like I could determine like if some low-level monks hovering off of the ground are gonna actually be able to summon the Prince of Evil just by singing to him?
Yeah, you can make a religion check, sure.
That's what Lilith's thought is. She's like,
I'll roll a die for you. You know what your what's your religion?
It's gonna be a +4.
Plus 4, 15.
You know, it's possible, right? I mean, whether or not this ritual is the ritual, you don't know. And you would imagine that, given the fact that Aerisi is or was the head of the cult, that likely she would be involved in some aspect if this was like a summoning ritual.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe.
I say all of that verbatim to you guys.
Do I know that I have to blow into this horn in order to summon the genie, or?
Yeah, that was what he had said to you.
Okay. How far apart are these, like, people in the circle?
The square is roughly, it's like a 10-foot radius circle, and they're kind of like holding hands around the outside of it.
Okay.
And he so what were you trying to do?
Well, if I was to cast a fireball in the middle of the mall, would they all get hit?
Yes, they absolutely would.
Okay.
And
is that they're the only ones that are down there?
Yeah, that you can see anyway from your current vantage point. So the while you're, because he hasn't dimension doored away, he also partook of the feast, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Windharrow says, "Were you gonna blow that horn?"
Well, if I blow the horn now, then all of them down there will hear me. So I was thinking of taking care of them first and then blowing the horn.
And he is like, "But what if I cast silence instead, and then you blow the horn?"
Well, that'll work.
And he's like, "Cool." And he takes 10 minutes, and he ritual casts silence.
I walk away way before the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just like 6 seconds in, I'm just like, all right. And I'm gone.
All right.
All right, I blow the horn.
All right. You blow this horn, and no sound comes out. And you watch as the genie appears before you. And he, at which point, Windharrow will drop he'll drop the silence. And he like looks about, and he's like, "Well, it seems you've done it then."
Yep, we did it. Got the horn, killed her.
And he says, he outstretches his hand for the horn.
Oh, there you go. I give him the horn.
And he takes it, and he's just like, "You have chosen wisely." And he puts it in his vest, and he says, "One moment." And he, and like a swirl of air, disappears. And a few seconds later, he appears again. And he hands to the 5 of you, Windharrow included, a small flask. Let me see if I have a picture. I don't. So it is a small kind of glass vial. And he basically tells you, and he thanks you, and says, "For someone such as I, my freedom means more than you could ever know. I greatly appreciate what you've done here. May you find these useful in your coming adventures."
Not a problem. Can you actually get back home? Are you trying to go back to...
He says, "I'm free to go now."
Okay.
And he disappears into air.
Cool.
And you guys have these bottles, which, you know, what you can figure out over time, it's fine, are bottled breath. So if you, basically, when you inhale it, you can choose to either exhale the breath or hold it in. If you hold it in, you don't need to breathe for an hour. But you usually have to end it if you want to speak or anything like that. If you choose to inhale it and hold it in, you get the benefit of not needing to breathe. But if you choose to immediately exhale it, you can cast the Gust of Wind spell.
That's really cool.
Okay.
That's helpful.
Okay.
So you have that now.
All right, we free
Cool.
everybody now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. Do you want me to kaboom down there? blow them up,
Um,
maybe? Or do we want to be more sneaky and subtle about
I
it?
thought the genie was going to handle cultists. Is he gone?
He's
Yes.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went home. He gave us the things, and now he's gone.
Don't look so sad.
Guess yeah. I guess
So
we
is that a
can
yes on the blowing up?
I guess so. Must do something.
All right. How far away are they from me?
They're within 150 feet.
150 feet. Cool. I'm gonna cast the fireball.
All right, go
Oh
ahead.
no.
god, that thing
Blow
is
'em
so
all up.
overpowerful.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's 6. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Listen to all those dice being rolled.
Oh, that's a lot of 6s.
That's good.
6, 12, 18, 20, 35.
All right, let's see if that's enough. Do them all in. Okay, so we've got Sky Reaver. How'd you say 30?
35.
These were priests, initiates. Oh, 4 initiates. You watch as 6 of the 7 are just incinerated. At which point the other remaining one falls the 10 feet off the, to the floor. At 35?
35, yeah.
Takes another 5 points of damage and dies from impacting the floor. So, they're all dead.
Okay, we're good, guys. We can go downstairs now.
Oh, let us free these people.
Yeah, we need
Yep.
to do that.
Okay.
Alright.
So, you guys are going to go back and free all of the prisoners then.
That is the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is relatively easy to do. I'm not gonna bother. Let's see, is there anything interesting in there? Nah. You are able to free them.
Okay.
Easy enough. And convince them that you guys are clearly on their side. They're not shocked when you kill them and free them. So.
Cool.
Oh, that seems
was-
like it's one done.
2 people with not a ton of HP, so you guys have been on a roll tonight. I'll give you that one as a quick. Well, you know what? I'll give you this as an opportunity to exercise your imagination. There are 2 howling hatred priests, and the 4 of you, because Wind Harrow's like, cool, we're good. Later. And he'll like walk out towards the entrance, and then he'll just dimension door away. So how do the 4 of you together take out these 2 priests?
Maybe we should talk to them first.
Ah,
I
maybe.
imagine Vanan probably left, started going towards that direction like as soon as possible, and was also probably at the front, and probably as soon as saw them, just casted Zephyr Strike on himself, sprinted forward in a gigantic gust of wind, and then stabbed them both in the head.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty.
All right. Well, I was
Okay.
gonna see if they could help us with the next temple, but I guess not.
And then, and
Well,
then
we're still in like howling hatred robes, right?
You are. And
They're
they're
probably just like, oh hey,
hey buddy. Oh god.
And yeah, and then he just sits down. He's like, "All right, okay." That was a long time coming. Sorry about that, guys.
yeah.
There is the only there is a couple areas here, whether or not you want to go that way rather. There is a couple areas that Igni did not explore. Igni saw the marketplace with that kind of large
oh
statue, and there's a couple different areas that you got attacked by the cloaker in the marketplace, And there was
then I
sort
said
of 3 other areas that you could have gone, but you went away.
Wasn't there a wyvern also?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's on the top of this. I forgot about him. Yep. He's there. He didn't see Vanan. He was too fast.
I mean, I guess we could just leave unless we want to just clear out everything and be 100% sure that no other cultists are here.
I mean, they're not going to be much of cult without leader. We took care
True.
of that problem.
And without the slaves.
But do we really want people like these people here being out in the world doing things?
I mean, I don't. That's why we took care of all of Feathergale Spire.
So you saying slaughter time?
Yeah. These guys shouldn't be allowed to
Slaughter
walk the
time?
planet. Yeah, that's not very fair to the rest of the world to let their dumbasses continue making stupid decisions.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, this feels.
Wow is right.
Kill them.
Yeah.
Well, they're cultists,
yeah.
so
Yep. Here we go.
Whatever.
There we are.
Here we go.
I run off down the hallway.
Yeah,
All right.
I guess we're going on a murder spree.
Shock.
We're in the house.
I was gonna say.
We
Somebody
clean
call
house.
the exterminators, and we're here now.
All right. So you guys continue back, and let's see. So you head back to basically where Igni had gone into the market square, and you basically have 3 different directions to go in. One is a old ruined villa house. One seems to be a tomb that is kind of it's spiked shut from the outside, and then the other direction kind of leads off in an area Igni's not able to tell you about because she didn't go that way.
I didn't go that way.
well, that looks like it's trying to keep something in, so we probably shouldn't touch it.
Okay.
It seems to be a dwarven tomb of some kind.
We don't have to disturb the dead.
No, I prefer not to.
Me too. We should leave it.
Yeah.
I want to know where they keep the gold.
Well, you don't know what's down the other way, and then there's a ruined villa house.
Let's check out the house first.
Okay.
You guys going stealthily, or are you just
Yes.
going at her?
I'm gonna bamf into wolf form so I can be stealthy.
Okay. You guys watch as Lilith undergoes her transformation to become a white wolf.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Ozzy
Oh,
says that's cool.
you guys have seen it before.
Yeah, but he still thinks it's cool.
I mean,
That's
right?
right.
Like,
All right, fair.
All right, so you guys can all make stealth checks then.
which I gain
Advantage because of your
advantage
boots.
on.
That's not bad.
Nat 20! Boom!
All right, that's like a
Plus,
30.
plus 12, 32.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
good.
I got a.
Whoever rolls for me, I get a plus
Oh.
1.
But it is a
got a-
disadvantage because of the. Oh no, not anymore. It's just a straight roll because it's the wolf form.
That's why I did it.
Yeah,
Oh,
fair.
Ozzy got a 19 and Lilith got a 20.
Okay,
Sick.
Vanna.
I only got a 10 total. I rolled a 2.
Wow, that's a shocker.
Oh,
That's all right. You guys are relatively stealthy as a group as you make your way through this ruined villa house. Are you looking for stuff specific? What are you guys looking for?
Gold.
All right, make me a perception check.
gold.
Lilith's looking for. Oh, sorry. Lilith's looking for cultists to
I just
like
rolled a nat
yeah.
one.
grab them by their esophagus and rip it from their bodies.
Damn. All right. Well,
Do Vanan and Lilith go on a murder spree?
Oh, can we go on a hunt? Can we go hunting?
Oh yes,
Can we
please.
go hunting?
Can we go
Can we go
hunting right
hunting?
now? I want to go.
A hunting we will go.
Oh,
all right. So your wings have subsided because it only lasts a minute. I think it's a minute. Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So those are gone. So Igni goes looking for gold, and Igni finds an Umber Hulk. So I'm gonna need you guys to roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Oh,
what?
God.
That's not
Cool.
gold!
Oh,
I guess I could. I guess I could use
23.
like a roll thingy online.
You could. It's up to you though. So what was
I
sorry?
can-
What did 20 for Vanan? Or no, not 20 for Vanan. What did Vanan get?
23.
23. Igni.
12.
Yeah, Ozzy.
Ozzy got an 11,
Lilith.
and Lilith, I rolled a 12 for you.
So I got a 13.
Okay, so it actually no. I think Vanan. I think you guys are surprised by this. I think so. It goes first. Vanan's a little too busy, and Vanan and Lilith are busy thinking about murdering people. So that explains their distraction. So this thing is right in your face now. Actually, to all of you. Yeah, I guess even though it is a surprise round. So Vanan, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. 4.
Oh, okay. So Vanan. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter because you guys are all surprised. We'll get there next round. So the Umber Hulk is going to attack you, Igni, with its claws, and that's going to be a 26. That hits, right?
Yeah.
You're going to take 9 points of damage. Second attack is a natural 1.
I have 12 temporary hit points.
You do, so yep. And then the last one's an 11, so it misses the other 2 times. It goes through the initiative back to the top. Vanan, it's your turn. Now you can make me a charisma saving throw.
Now I get to make. Do I keep the 4?
I'll let you roll it again.
Okay. That's not. That's better. That's way better. It's 15.
15 is a pass. So you can do whatever you want on your turn.
Okay, it's my turn, and I get to do whatever I want. I'm gonna run up, and I'm gonna do a big ol' acrobatic flip over Igni and this thing to like the other side of Igni and the Umber Hulk,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna like slice it twice in midair with
Let-
my spear.
Yeah. You almost feel lighter as you travel through the air. Like you too are part of the breeze.
Yeah,
Make your 2 attacks.
I embrace the wind.
Yeah.
I am the leaf.
Yes. Oh, don't be a leaf on the wind. That doesn't end well.
Yeah, we know how that goes.
Okay, so 2 attacks. First attack, and this is a +2 spear.
Yes.
And what are Umber Hulk's monstrosities?
Yes.
All right. First one is 2. So 3. So +10. That's 15.
That's a miss. It glances off of its thick carapace. Attack number 2.
And a nat 20.
Okay. Well, shit. So go ahead and roll your double damage with your finesse spear. Don't.
With your double lightning damage too.
Mm-hmm.
What's the lightning damage?
It was a D6, but I will confirm.
Okay. So a d6 of lightning.
2d6 of lightning.
2d6
Because you
of
just crit.
Oh, right, because I just crit.
Yeah. So 1d6. So 2d6 because of the crit.
So 4d6 total
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
+9.
Yep.
All right. 10. 6 and a 4 is 10. 4 and a 4 is 8. 18 plus 9. 27.
Oh, damn. All right. You-
What have you given me, Theodore?
What have I given you? I've given you the one of the few magic items that is actually in this book. There's actually very few in the book.
Silly too. Think about
And one's a spear that's got finesse. Like what? I had no idea that was going to be a thing in this.
The other ones are pretty cool, but I'm not going to reveal those to you now.
Well, I would hope not.
Oh man, there's probably 4 things, and there's 4 of us.
Hey.
What a crazy random happenstance. Now it's its turn. So it's going to now attack you, Vanan, because you're up in its grill. That is a
Am I with it?
16, 15, 24 on the last one.
24 hits.
So its mandibles, its big old pincer-like mandibles will skewer you for 16 points of slashing damage.
The way you said skewer.
I guess it technically wouldn't be a skewer. It would be more of a scissor than a skewer. Because it's... I digress. Next up is Lilith. Lilith, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw, please.
A what saving throw?
Charisma.
Okay. Somebody roll for me and add +6 to that
It's
roll.
11 plus 6, so 17.
Your proficiency bonus is a 3 right now?
Yes. And I'm proficient in charisma saving throws.
Yes. But you are a 7th level paladin, so I'll remind you that we need to adjust this on your character sheet. Everybody within 10 feet of you gets your charisma modifier added to all of their saving throws, yourself included, so that's a +9 for that.
Oh.
Oh, damn, so 20.
Yeah, so you succeed. You can act normally. What would you like to do?
I'm going to stab it.
That's what I had assumed.
Oh, I can't stab. I'm still in wolf form. So
Oh.
I'm going
Yeah, that's true.
to attack it. Or can I... yeah, no, it's wolf form.
I don't remember the stats off the top of my head, or the specifics of how to change. I think it's an action to change.
I think it'd be hilarious if I could get my wings while in wolf form and just
You-
like fly around biting shit.
You could.
What?
Wolf.
Oh my god, Lilith, your eyes are just now.
Oh man.
All
All right,
right.
so let me see. Wolf.
So it would be your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus for the attack roll.
Okay. Which is let's see. Stand by. You said strength and proficiency bonus?
Mhm.
So that's gonna be a 6.
All right, so +6 to whoever's rolling this attack. Oh, Vanan's next to her though. Oh no, you don't. Wait, maybe you
Oh,
transform.
you said another attack.
Yeah, first attack.
Oh, I rolled in that one. I'm the worst.
Hang on, let me check one thing. You're a wolf. I don't know how this works. Does it when you turn into a
Unless
wolf?
there's an advantage on the attack.
There might be. Huh. I'm going to say no for the time being because I have to
Okay.
think about it. But she does get a second bite.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go for that second bite.
That's another attack at +6.
Oh, I'll roll it.
I'm not going to make it because I've been rolling poorly.
That's 18 plus 6, 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
It's a D8 plus your strength mod, which is a 3.
Yep.
Yep.
Boop. That's a 5, so 8 damage.
8 points of damage.
She
Alright.
6 his ass.
Yeah, the only thing I need to remember to look up is whether or not when you transform into wolf form, if you are basically a wolf. Because if you have wolf things, then you'd have pack tactics and a trip effect and all that stuff. So we'll have to look
Oh
into.
shit.
I'll have to think about it. I'm not sure.
That would work out so well because as a paladin, I have a. Well, I'm thinking command. That's the fighter thing, isn't it? Like the battle master or something like that. They have like commands that you.
Yeah, the
superiority die.
Mhm.
But I can challenge an enemy.
You can. Igni, it is your turn. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
All right.
Get that +6.
Plus 3.
Or +9.
3.
+3.
Yours is
I get-
+9. Hers
Oh,
is
fine.
added 3 to it.
Add 3 to a charisma saving throw.
Well, to every saving throw when you're within 10 feet of Lilith.
I'm just not rolling well. It's only an 11.
With the 3? Oof. Alright, so
I only rolled 4.
Yeah, that's... Alright, so I need to roll a d8.
Oh, nope. I get a +1 to that. I get a +1 to that at 12.
That's still a fail, unfortunately.
For being lucky.
So you do nothing. You just sit still and waste your whole turn doing nothing.
Okay,
Alright,
that's fine.
Ozzy, your turn.
Okay.
I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Boop. That's 19 plus 5, 24.
Then you succeed. Act as you will.
So is this guy right up in my face?
Not so much up in yours, because other people moved to him, and Igni kind of went ahead looking. So I'll say you got a couple feet.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use my wand of magic missiles,
Alright.
and I'm gonna use 6 charges.
So that is...
A level 6, so that's gonna be 8d4 plus 8.
Yep. That is not bad. Love me a wand of magic missile.
No.
They're
D4's
just such
flying all over the place.
handy little items.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one to have.
12, 15.
With the little bit of wind that the spear makes, does that mean my cloak is always billowing?
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
28 damage.
28 damage. Alright, you watch as all of these magical force darts just into it, and it gets impacted, and it's shaking in a very getting hit with multiple bullets kind of a way, but it is not. It is still up, hulking about as it does.
I'm gonna move away from it
That's
as
fair.
far as I can.
Alright, and then at the top of the round is Vanan.
My turn again.
Yep.
Okay, I have. Okay, I'll cast Hunter's Mark again. Again.
Okay.
On this thing, and I'll attack it twice.
Alright.
Well, actually, where is everybody now around me?
They're basically Wolf, Lilith, and Igni are kind of right close to you.
Okay.
Surrounding the
gonna,
creature. Ozzy's further back.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna move over and just put myself I'm gonna try and put myself in between Igni and the Umber Hulk and
Mhm.
attack it twice while I do so.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Those are the wrong dice. 19 and a double 19.
Alright, those both hit.
This is 3d6 plus 9.
Correct. For each strike.
Yeah, so 12 plus 9 is 21 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And for the second one, it's a terrible roll. 6 plus 9, 15.
Alright, how would you like to kill this Umber Hulk? With your new fancy spear.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll like I said, I'll just I'm gonna crouch low and slide underneath it and pop up in between it and Igni. And as I do, I'm just gonna stab into it for the first strike, and then I'm just gonna like a blade of thin air almost. The spear comes out up the top and just dissecting it perfectly in half.
Beautiful. Alright. You do so. And it falls to the ground dead. And Igni, you can resume your search for treasure.
Is there any?
Yes, there's actually 92 gold pieces.
Ooh.
A miniature electrum anvil with etchings of funerary rites in honor to Moradin, worth 150 gold pieces.
Oh.
Yes, that face was forget. Oh.
Okay.
And there is an obsidian black rod, about this long. That seems way out of place.
I hold it up. I found something. It is rod black.
Oh, I'll take a look at it.
About the A big.
You have
Can
it.
you,
Yeah, I'll hand it over to
hey,
you.
Igni, can you just do the detect magic quickly?
Oh yeah, wall.
Does it
It's magic. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna identify this, so I'm gonna take 10 minutes and ritual cast identify.
This is an immovable rod.
Oh,
Ooh, those are so nice.
okay, this is cool. Yeah, and I click it in place.
Okay.
And you watch as he clicks it and moves his hand back, and the rod stays where it was. In thin air.
It'll stay there.
Oh.
It'll just stay there forever.
Wait, what?
No, I want to bring it with us.
Yeah, no, click, and I
It
take
can
it back.
come with us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you like place it like up high, like horizontally?
I'll reach up as high as I can and click it, so it's high up.
I'm gonna get a running start and then jump and grab a hold of it and just like spin around it.
Yeah, sure.
And there's
You do.
wind going everywhere.
A miniature wind tunnel as Vanan
John's
spins
in
it.
my hood, and you see all the vines going.
Yeah.
Oh, John.
So, yeah, you now have an immovable rod.
Cool. I'm gonna keep that in my bag.
There you go.
I've always wanted one of those.
I've had so much fun with
I would
immovable
want
rods.
2, so I could just climb anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just make your own ladder.
Yeah.
I used to use them. I had a paladin who used them as not in a means of detaining people. He would knock people to the ground, and when they were on the ground, like up under their chin, and just click the rod so they can't sit up off the ground. And then just be like, so you're gonna sit there and listen to me while I ask you questions.
That's so amazing.
See, I would do something
great.
like put it where I want it and then tie a rope to it and use it to drop into a space.
There you go.
Like,
That's good too.
Like
Or
Mission Impossible
or
style.
the ever popular block the double door. The doors are shut, and you just click it, and you can't open the door.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
pretty
just
cool,
use
too.
2 of them and click them into place and have a 1-person 3-man slingshot.
Yeah, that's another thing you could do as well. Immovable rods, folks. So many uses. If you can get them, like 2 immovable rods and a bag of holding, like I'd take that over most other magic items.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Except like dimensional shackles, I'd be down for those.
Well, in this campaign where you're dealing with elementals a lot, dimensional shackles is not a bad thing to have.
Yep.
Iron bands of Bolero. I'm a big fan of those as well.
All right, so should
Ooh,
we
yeah.
continue on and finish this search?
I believe you guys said you were
So-
going
so
to
next?
you're going to ignore the
Tomb.
the tomb. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Don't
you,
want to mess with the dead.
fair. You go past this ruined marketplace, past the statue of Moradin, a 30-foot tall granite statue of Moradin grasping a great stone lantern with an outstretched fist that is glowing with some seemingly endless source of light coming out of the bullseye lantern that he holds. You make your way towards this plaza. The worn image of a smiling dwarf on the face of a coin is stamped into the flagstones that pave this plaza. An old sign bearing the same image hangs above the door of a large hall in the center of the plaza. So that's what you guys see as you head over that way. You guys continue onward, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me see here. Lilith, you can make me. Lilith, and I guess Ozzy can make me religion checks. I guess Vanan's kind of religious now too, so he can make one as well.
I'll roll yours, Lilith, first.
Thank you.
That's an 11.
So that'll be a plus. That's a 15.
I also rolled an 11 for myself, and that's a 22.
Shit.
Dang it.
Well, Ozzy, you would know that this is the symbology of
Thanks.
You're welcome. Of Vergadane. Vergadane is the dwarven deity of luck, trickery, negotiation, and wealth.
Oh. I'll relate that to everybody.
Now you know. So you can kind of see, as you come around this kind of plaza, you can see that there's the door ahead, and it's kind of U-shaped. You're kind of looking at the center of the U-bend, and you can go around to kind of the left or right to go around this building. And it seems there's like a hallway that curves around. There's the door at the center, and when you peek around the sides, you can see there are other doors that enter into this U-shaped central building that you can't see inside. But yeah, there seems to be an area around the outside. But
Can you detect if there's any magic here, Iggy? Just to be safe.
Can I?
You do not see any magic, like pursuant to the general area. Maybe there's no, you don't see it. Nothing screams magic from where what you can see.
I was just curious if the statue was some sort of a trap or something, but never mind. Let's keep going.
Okay.
You guys gonna go inside, or are you gonna go around the outside of it?
Oh, Vanan's just remembering about hunting, and he's like,
Let's do it.
So is that inside or outside?
Well, I can't really talk.
Okay, based on the trajectory inside, there's a door.
There's a door. So basically, you come into an open plaza, right? And then in front of you,
big.
yeah, it's big. There is a building with a roof on top, or it's at least set up into the roof, and it's kind of shaped like a U. And directly in front of you, at the center of the U, is a door. But there's pathways around the outside of this building as well. And you can see when you look down those pathways, there are other doors further along this U if you continue further.
does it seem like there's been people around here? I'm looking for tracks right now.
You see, Igni had told you that earlier, kind of in the ruins in the back corner of here, she had seen Kenku, like, digging through ruins.
I'm like, oh, okay. I don't care about Kenku.
Let's go check out the door in the middle of the U here.
Okay. You open up that, or do you open that door? Let me rephrase.
Can I make an investigation check to see if it's trapped?
Sure.
$21.
Oh, all right.
I have a very good investigation.
Okay, you don't believe that it's trapped.
Okay, I'll open it.
I hate this map. Okay, you open this map, and inside is... This building was once a dwarven hall for feasting. Old wooden tables lay scattered and broken throughout the main room, and 3 gigantic casks lined the wall behind what was once a beautiful oak bar. Behind the casks are doors for loading and unloading the casks. You can
What's
see...
unloading and loading it?
I don't know, what is that? You guys hear that?
Hmm?
There's like a fan
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
like feedback or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just missed what you said.
Is it
Something
my
unloading and loading.
Yes, sorry. 3 gigantic casks line the wall. Behind the casks are doors for loading and unloading these casks.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's like a.
It was a bar. It was
like
it was a feast
bar.
hall, right?
Yeah,
So it was a
okay.
bar. And you can see that in here are 7 cultists, similar to the ones Ozzy dispatched with a fireball. Almost the exact same makeup. Though you can see that one of them wields a strange weapon, one that you have never really seen before.
We all see that.
You can. Let me see if I have a written description for you. It is kind of it's a sharpened piece of metal, kind of shaped in, it kind of has a bend in the middle, shaped almost like a U. And they clearly see you as you open the door. And they're like, shit! And they get up like... Oh wait, no, you guys are all in cultist robes.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for me, I'm in wolf form.
Yeah,
guess
they're,
okay.
yeah. So you guys walk in and they're like, "Oh, hey, is it time for the performance?"
No, not yet.
Running a smidge behind.
And they're like, "What's up with the wolf?"
Um,
I wag my tail.
Part of the act. Dogs are thoroughly entertaining.
Lil sits down and just howls, like like how huskies do that.
Yeah,
And I look at them and go, "Well, applause, please. Hello,
And they're like,
wolf is performing.
"All right, yeah, it's a good dog."
It is good dog. Roll over, dog."
Lilith starts to like totally in on it, and then she growls at you. She's like,
Oh, I mean, very handsome, smart wolf.
I very reluctantly roll over. Like,
See,
And the guys are
So,
like,
part
"So
of the act.
yeah, it looks like it needs a little more training, but you got there eventually.
oh man.
That's good."
part of act is, the dogs. Yeah, learning. We're learning. Let's
Cool.
stop talking now. What is it you are doing, cultist brethren?
hello, humans. How are you today?
Hello, fellow kids. Can you go ahead and make me a deception check for your expert class deception you're pulling off right now?
Well, let me just say, I got a plus 11. So that would be a 20.
They're
Did
like,
you say a dirty 20?
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I have to use it now.
30-20.
yeah.
Dirty 20.
It's also much shorter and easier to say than unnatural 20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
pretty
always
funny.
like
It is.
Anyway,
dirty.
I was gonna say the word dirty. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's fine. They're like drinking, and they all like raise like flagons because they're in the bar, right? Like the dwarven, and this is like fine. The remnants of whatever dwarven casks are kicking around. They're like waiting for the performance, and now there's a dog. Woo! Some people are a little more in their cups than others.
We're going. Does it seem like there's a way? Like we know the direction out from here?
So in this room itself, you can see kind of in the larger hall area, there are 5 other doors that lead out. Kind of what you would assume would go around the back of this U-shaped building that you had seen.
Okay.
And they're just like, yeah, we're just waiting for the performance. We're excited.
Oh, good. Us too. We are going to go this way, and get the rest of the things we need, like costumes and instruments and things. We will be back for performance, right, everybody?
Yes, of course.
Right, everybody.
Yeah, I
no, it's
howl.
okay.
What are we doing here?
We're trying to get through without the cultists noticing us. Just get the F out.
Why? Oh,
Yeah.
are we not?
You gonna kill him?
I mean,
Well,
I'd
then
like
bring
to.
him.
Well, hold on. Excuse me while I talk to my associates here for a moment.
Now, did he say they're gonna kill us?
No. It's part of the act. And I'm gonna close the door. Okay, guys. So we could potentially ask them if we maybe say, hey, the big performance is in a little while, but maybe we can put on a small performance here, get buddy with these guys, learn some things about the other places potentially, and then when we're done,
What is it you think we will learn
Sure.
from them? What is it you think they know? They
infighting between the cults, perhaps something we can exploit,
they are drunk.
or knowledge of. I mean, people say a lot of things when they're drunk.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. I do not know that. I have idea.
All right.
Well, there are lots of ways of getting information out of people. The real question is, are we going to kill them? If we are, we might as well scare the pants off of them and then take the information that way. If we truly want to deceive them, we don't have to do performance. I have possible way of making friends. Igni smiles a very sly smile.
I trust you.
Sure, whatever you think is necessary. It will work.
So what is it we want to know?
Anything we could use in the other cult? Any knowledge about the other cults? Potentially? I mean, some of them are fighting. I think the air cult and the earth cult have a thing, have a spat or something like that. Maybe we can learn what that is.
Okay. This could go very poorly. Are we ready to kill them if this goes badly?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm prepared.
Okay. Igni Van Dam's the door in with her foot to make like a giant scene. It says, "This is no condition for warming up. How am I supposed to dance in such conditions?" And she like rips the robe off, revealing, you know, her scantily clad undergarments, and a new skirt, mind you.
Of course.
Yeah, right. And she begins stretching in all the right ways to gain all the attention that she needs.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
He goes, "Oh, this is so much better. Oh." And she looks over at all the drunk guys and goes, "Oh, it seems strange to me that we are celebrating tonight when the Earth cult are such assholes."
Well, they probably had like dropped their drink.
Can you make me a performance check, please?
Yep, I sure can. God. That would be a 19.
They're like, a couple of them are just like slack jaw, drinks spill on the floor. There's only 7 of them, right? So, pretty much, you, except for the guy who seems to be the one in charge, the one wielding the this strange hook-shaped weapon, which you can see is carved. It seems to be made out of bone. And
Oh, okay. Like everything else in this fucking place.
yeah, the shape of this bone though doesn't really lead you to think that it's a human bone. Like just there's no human bone that is that size with that kind of curvature.
Sure. Okay.
So he's like, yeah, the Earth cult does suck. And the other guys are like, shut up, dude. Just let her stretch.
Ew. Oh.
No, I like to stretch and talk. It is great distraction from leg pains. Oh.
Oh god. Oh.
Oh my.
Vanan is just
No
standing there
worse.
with this look on his face, just
It's working. Yes, those silly Earth cultists. What are we ever going to do about them?
And they're like, some of them are like, fuck them, they're stupid. And they're like, well, yeah, that's accurate, yeah, sure, but nah, like, why would you ever want to be like on the Earth when you could be part of the sky and fly? Like, that's so much cooler than burrowing underground. And then like one of the other guys is like, wait a minute, we're underground right now. And they're like, dude, shut up.
It is. Oh, no, I love talk more. And I sling a leg up, like catch it behind a head or something.
Oh man, Igni.
Ooh, no stretching.
Ozzy's eyes are wide at this point. Like, I don't know what I expected. I really don't know what I expected.
You gave me free reign to go in and do this. You guys were like, well, okay, sure. I was like, I have an idea, but it's not a very good one.
She's still
working.
in wolf form. I can't say anything.
The wolf just sits there, like nose on paws, like.
Like shaking its head.
Ugh.
I think my wolf is blushing.
Let's see. Basically, you just kind of get the gist from the leader, who's like watching you stretch, as everyone here is, but it's a calculated eye. Like it may not just be out of the pure pleasure of watching Igni stretch. It may also be like sizing you up.
Oh, okay.
But the general gist is Earth cultists are coarse, rude, unimaginative, and stubborn to the point of stupidity. And you kind of know, having met the Feathergale Spire people, they're a lot more fun, jovial, they're a lot more noble, and like, you know, they have a lot more free range. Again, not to completely stereotype the cultists into the elements that they are, but the air cults are very kind of loose and flowing, whereas the earth cultists are very kind of solid and boring and unimaginative. You know, it just, they're very much embody the element that they represent.
And wait for their temple. How is that the one where they had all? Oh God, I'm getting them all confused. No, that was the fire one.
The Earth one was with our Lich buddy,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to go down a long set of stairs.
The stairs.
to the
Okay,
bottom.
okay. We slaughtered everybody there.
Yes.
And he says,
But the earth cultists.
"Get
Nope.
I was when we almost died.
yeah, Cabo."
Cabo.
He says that, but basically they've come out and said that they're just not at all impressed with the Howling Hatred and the achievements they've had thus far. So that's like why the biggest hatred is there, is because they're just like, yo, you guys suck. You should be better. And
Okay.
they don't like that.
Oh, this is oh, those damn stupid earth cultists. Okay, well, I am done warming up in room now. I'm going to go warm up in another room and show them what I do.
And then, like, usually, like, some of them are like, Vanan says out loud. And they're like, what?
He's just being silly. He is stand-up comedian, no?
So not okay.
So we are going to go these ways and leave you alone. You go back to doing what you do.
One
and
of
look at Vanan and give him the eyes like, just wait.
one of the other guys, like, is
I have
like,
a question, Ted.
yeah,
I have the spear.
you do. Which,
How could I hide? I'm realizing this now.
yeah, so am I.
How could I hide?
I'm also wearing her skirt.
And
Yeah, I'm also realizing that now.
the wind didn't stop. Did the wind stop? Or have I just been standing there with a poking up hood of like this robe I'm wearing, and there's like wind going everywhere?
The other guy, one guy is just like stand-up comedian. It must be. I don't have a very dry. Maybe it's a dry sense of humor. I don't really get his jokes. Is it a signal? No. Maybe it's, yeah. Maybe you have to see the whole thing.
Yeah, that was just punchline. It's just
Ozzy's scratching Lilith behind the ears at this point.
Is that?
Oh, we could have.
So the other guy's
Sorry
like,
about it.
the other guy's like, wait a minute. What are you doing with that spear? That's not yours. Hey, I know that skirt.
No. It is
Spear?
part of performance. We're going to have big ritual. Give it back to her, like a, you know, with lights and things.
He's like, bullshit. And he's gonna need you guys to roll for initiative.
Oh well, I rolled in that one.
Too busy.
I rolled a 16.
You
for
think it would be better with all the stretching.
17.
Lilith is a 17.
Mm.
You know what, Igni? I'm gonna give you advantage on that initiative roll.
It's good.
Dirty 20.
Because it still was not very good.
And Ozzy?
I only got a 14.
You say 8? What was
14.
8 or 14 for Ozzy? Igni, what'd you get?
10.
10. Got it.
I'm sorry, guys. I totally forgot about the spear. It's a new item.
I forgot. Listen. You almost got out of there completely scot-free because I forgot
were
about
drunk.
it too.
And
Well-
they had their eyes elsewhere.
Well, the ones that are like the peons are they're like the drunkest. This guy seems to be a little higher up. So, let me just see. That I'm gonna say it's okay. All right. So he actually goes first. That guy. And you watch as he pulls forth this bone-like instrument. And he throws it. By the way, are you guys on your end, since the chat is saying it, are you guys experiencing any weird lag or...
Yeah, you're breaking up occasionally. I mean, it's clear now and has been for the last couple minutes, but it goes in and out.
So it's just my audio then, yeah? Is that what it
I
is?
mean, everything sounded fine to me so far.
It's been like a network thing for me.
What about you, Davis?
You have broken up a couple times,
Okay.
but I have gigabit, so I mean it has to be on your end.
Nah, I have gigabit too, so it's not that.
Well, then I don't know what's going on here.
I think I know what it is. But I'm not going to mess with that right now. It is actually, this will probably fix it, but there'll be a little bit of feedback hum in the background. All right, that should fix that. So let us see. All right, so he kind of pulls out this bone instrument, and he's going for you, Igni, because you are the deceiver.
I did no such thing.
And he has a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
And let's see, 3, 7, 8. Come here, one more. 8, 10, 12 points of damage you take as this thing impacts into you, and there's like a concussive thunder energy. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, that's not good. 12.
Okay, you pass.
Whew.
And yeah, you watch as the thing hits you, and then he puts his hand up, and it back to his hand.
Okay.
So, all right, that is, I think that's his whole turn. No, he throws it at you again,
Damn it.
and he misses, and it comes back to his hand.
Cool.
All right, that is his turn. Next up in the initiative is Vanan.
This is gonna be pretty generic. I'm just gonna do 2 attacks each time.
Against 2, you've got 7 targets.
7 targets. Who just threw things at Igni?
The guy who was the least drunk.
Wow, I just lost the connection, I think.
No, you're still here. We got you.
Everybody else stopped except for me.
Oh,
Oh, I'm back.
we see you there. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll
Anyway,
take,
the guy.
no, I'll take whatever guy is standing directly next to that guy to start.
Okay, go ahead and make your 2 attacks.
First attack is only a 2 plus 10, so 12. I don't think that hits.
It does, because this guy didn't have the forethought to cast mage armor on himself today.
What a goober.
Oh, okay.
He's still thinking about my stretching.
That must be it.
So this is 2d6 plus 13.
Yeah.
Yes. 2d6 plus 13. So this is 4 plus 13, so 17 on the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I rolled a 9 plus 9, so 18.
Mm-hmm. That hits. Stabbing this dude again.
And then this is another 2, so it's another 17 points.
17 points. All right. He is still alive, though he does not look happy about it. That you stabbed him, not that he's alive. He likes being alive.
Hey, man.
And
Being alive the best?
he's like, yes, I'd like to keep doing that.
Yeah, I'd like all of us to keep doing that too. And I'll cast Sanctuary on Igni.
Okay. And Wolf Lilith, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna bite. Going for the jugular.
All right.
What did you say that was? Roll plus my strength and
Yeah.
efficiency?
Yeah, so it's a d20 plus 6 to whoever's rolling. Either Bucky or Davis. For Brittany.
Oh. What are we?
Here.
D20?
D20 plus 6.
Oh, 19, so 25.
Who are you attacking?
The sober one.
Okay, so that's a d8 plus 3. Yeah.
Oh,
or,
am I
or
doing
Davis, yeah.
D8 plus 3?
Yep.
4 plus 3, 7 points.
7 points, and she's got a second attack.
I'm gonna bite him again.
I can do this quickly. 5 plus
6.
6,
6.
11.
That misses. However, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. He fails. If he doesn't die tonight, he's gonna be a lycanthrope as well.
Oh, ew, no. That's
Yeah,
not good.
you-
We have to kill him. Do I know? Do I know when I pass it to somebody?
Yeah. Anytime you bite them and they fail a saving throw.
But
You don't
even
know-
as, like even as an Azamar, like even in my like humanoid form, that's
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Yep. Yeah. So. Okay. So that happens. Then after you, it is the other guy that Vanan's been stabbing at, and he's like, "Damn it! Should have cast Mage Armor, idiot!" And he's gonna lash out at you, Vanan. I need you to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Is Lilith within 10 feet of me?
I think so. Yeah.
Um,
So add 3 to that.
Yeah. So that's 4 plus 3 is 7. But I have plus 8 for my saving throw for dexterity. So 15.
That succeeds. You will take not a lot of damage. Let's see.
That's good.
Whoa, that'll be like 6 points of lightning damage after all your reductions and resistance.
Can I absorb it?
It wouldn't give you anything extra because it just gives you resistance, and you already have it.
Yeah, I know, but I would mean.
Yeah, you could.
More damage.
You could. Yes, you could. Yeah, if you
I'm
wanted
gonna
to.
do it for the fun of it.
Okay, you do.
yeah.
You absorb these elements.
I just like spaghetti. I use the spear and I just.
This guy's not happy because he's like, that's like my biggest thing. It didn't do anything. Damn it.
That's not my fault.
Ozzy, it's your turn.
How big is this room?
This room is roughly 30 feet long, or 30 feet deep, and well, at least in the U section that you guys are in, and 70 feet long, but then like the U bend part of like the kind of the bends or the longer parts, or it goes the other way, but that's not where they're at the moment.
So if I throw a fireball in this room, will I hurt my friends too?
Depending on how you might, if you just drop it in the center, if you kind of put it off into a corner, you won't hit all of them. But
I hit a big chunk of them.
You hit a chunk of them.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do fireball, and I'm gonna summon the spectrum and make it an acid fireball.
Okay.
Hot dog.
Sorry, yeah, they all fail.
What you get for drinking, motherfuckers?
4, 8, 10, 15, 24 acid damage.
All right. 24. All right, so let's see. All right, so all of the little, like the very drunk ones, they are all just burnt and disintegrated in the acid. And the other guy who's been hit by Vanan a whole bunch and does not like that. How did you say?
20. Hold on. They're all still here. 10, 15, 24.
Yeah, he's gone too. All right. So there's just the one guy left who had the funky looking weapon, and it is now Igni's turn. You're muted.
The one that was that threw the thing, was it like a boomerang, I guess, or whatever?
Yeah.
Is he still on his feet?
Yes.
I'd like to attack him. He is in combat, right? So I get
Yeah, you had other people around him, so you get sneak
and
attack.
sneak attack. Okay, cool. Yes, I will do that.
Okay.
So 2 attacks on him.
Mm-hmm.
One. Okay, so the first one is an 18 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
And then the second one is a 23. So they both hit.
Mm-hmm.
The first one we'll just do. Oh, excuse me. So that's 8 plus the 4. 6, 8, 10. So what I say? 18 points for the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 and 6, another 10 points for the second attack.
All right. How would you like to kill this guy? I guess we're on a roll
I
tonight.
want to stab him through the neck with the silent blade and then bring the fan down and whack off his arm to drop the boomerang, which I will deftly pick up.
You do all of that, and he is dead, and you do pick up his you pick up his arm / boomerang.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Pluck it.
Okay.
Boomerang is cool.
Yeah, they are.
It's
all
like
dead.
your fan, kind of.
I know. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
yo,
do
nice
for my
find.
turn. Actually, I can take a bonus action
Mhm.
to dash, which I would like to do to the next nearest person.
That's actually the last guy.
Oh, really? Okay, then I'll go
That-
ahead and dash over there. I can't take any attack against him, but I can dash to him.
Well, there's no. That's
No, that's it.
that was
We're
it.
on
You
it.
just
Oh,
killed the
there-
last
oh,
guy.
I see 12. Hold
I
on.
blew them all up with acid.
That's right. Well, that went well.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was easy.
I'm so
Sorry,
lost.
I kind
I'm gonna
of blew it
get
there.
out of wolf form now. I'm gonna go back to Lilith form.
Go ahead.
One at a time.
Okay, so back in robes. It seems to work. They at least do not attack us at first.
Yeah.
That's true.
What do I do about this? And I hold up the spear, and all the wind is going
Oh.
around.
Mm,
Do
Well,
we not have bag of holding?
we do. We have 2 of them.
We have 2 bags of holding.
Yeah, I have one and Igni has one.
Oh,
Can we not put it in bag? Just until we get out,
I don't
and then you
know.
can have it back.
Ted, can I?
Yeah.
I don't know. How does this? Okay, sure. I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Put it in there.
Okay, you like tuck it in the bag. Yeah, it's here now. No,
You should probably do the same with the skirt too.
But I like.
You can wear it when we leave.
Right, Igni takes her skirt off. Roughly toughs. Fine. All right. So now what?
Well, we
Rounds
can-
2 back.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
check around the back, and then
I'm surprised
That's
when we
it.
let all those people go that there wasn't like mass panic.
There's only 5. There's like 5 people, I think.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
mean, you mean the prisoners?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there were more than that. Okay.
I think
Yeah,
I checked,
same.
but it was like 5.
oh, they're free.
So, you guys go out into this other room. This unit, I mixed words together. This large unlit is the word that it actually says. Room is empty save for one feature. Sticking up out of a large hole in the floor is the skeletal head of a great worm, its mouth agape.
Like the one behind you?
No, not WORM, not WYRM.
Ah,
Oh,
Oh, you mean like a worm?
like a purple worm?
I don't like that thing.
Yes, like
Yeah.
exactly like a
Oh.
purple worm.
I don't either. Worm, is it magic?
No, it is. It seems to be the skeletal remains of a dead
Okay.
purple worm.
it's just sitting and floating in the middle of the room.
No, there's a hole in the ground, and like you just when you look
Oh.
down in the hole, it's just the mouth, and then the remains of the
Ew,
skeleton
I hate
continue.
As if it
I
was stuck.
hate
Let's
it.
leave this room. This
Yeah, I
is
don't.
yeah.
Bye bye. Okay, Mr. Bye bye, Mr. Worm.
You guys can all make me perception checks if you want.
Okay.
yeah, okay.
That'll do.
I like how we're just like, no, we're not.
Uh-huh.
In this
Not
room.
into this.
I know those things are
Ozzy.
big.
15.
All right.
Ozzy got a 17, and what's your perception, Lilith?
+1.
18 for Lilith.
Okay. You can see there are other remains in there. It seems to be remains of like you guys would guess that there's dwarven bones that you can see kind of like in the gullet.
It seems to me as if somebody stopped this worm mid-attack and they all died in process. This seems to be, you know.
This is creepier than the Lich. He was really cool. This is really weird. That's
This
Yeah.
looks like,
I have
yeah.
a feeling that not all of this is the cultists. Some of this seems to be very old and left over. No?
yeah.
Yeah.
Gives
I
me
can see that
No.
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, we should probably go.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, we haven't seen any Duergar, and I expected to see some of those.
They're probably all dead.
What is that?
That's a good thing.
They're probably all dead. Oh, okay. Seems to be the theme of the evening.
Igni Durgar are dwarves that live underground.
Oh, like a
Right back.
like a mountain dwarf.
Yes,
No.
except
No.
deep underground.
Yes.
They're like the drow of dwarves.
Oh, they are
Yes.
dark
Yes.
Yeah.
dwarves.
They hang out at the same level as like drow do.
I would like to meet these dwarves. Actually, no. If they hang out with the drow, fuck them.
They don't hang out with the drow.
Mm-mm. But
They are like them. Trust me. If they are anything like drow, fuck them.
I wouldn't say they're like drow.
mm-mm. It's like, you know how like what's the little riddles that you have where you're like sun elf to a drow is a dwarf to a draugr.
Oh, I see. But they are still evil, bad. Yes, that is what you were trying to tell me.
Not necessarily, but
No.
like in the same realm of,
So then, what is so bad about them?
well, they're not good either. Like they're not gonna be like super nice.
Lots of things. They get bigger and smaller. It's weird.
I mean, they are still
Okay.
dwarves, and dwarves like to keep things to themselves typically.
Yeah.
They're
They
greedy.
get bigger and smaller?
Yeah, it's weird.
I do not know drow or these Dergar you speak of.
Well, I think that we've gone everywhere we needed to here. I think
I
we're kind
agree.
of
If everybody is dead, I am ready to see some sunlight. I never thought.
Yeah,
yeah.
let's get out of here. I've had about as much as I can take of this architecture.
And
I
at least
agree.
we did not even have to make performance.
That's true.
Yeah, we did skip that.
Mhm.
Overall, this was a very simple temple. Like, if this is anything that's telling about the other doors we have to go behind, this is not that bad.
Yeah.
And when did you guys become like superheroes? Like, I didn't realize like what Whoa.
You know,
That
when
was
they're-
really impressive, Lilith and Igni, with the
I mean, when
woman. Just like you
Oh, yeah.
appeared out of nowhere with
For real.
rainbow
Oh.
wings and
this
just
is kind of
blew
what
her
I
apart.
do. You know, when
And
It
she
pretty much cut her head off.
Just luck for me.
No, really, it's more like when there be basic bitch, and then 2 more come in. They
We have extra basic
Why
bitch
was-
repellent.
Why was everyone here basic? Everyone was basic.
It's because they're just air. They seem to
Everything
have
about
problem
this
though with
place is
Earth
basic.
Cult.
Yeah.
Hap-
It happens when you're dealing with a bunch of airheads.
yeah.
Oh, this is it. Man has stand-up jokes. Maybe it was Ozzy should be standing up comedy.
And roll credits.
Camera stops till everybody's like mid laugh.
Da-da-da.
Yeah, I would say I guess we exit this place. I don't know where we're going next, but
Like police squad endings.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. So what okay, so we will end it here. But what did you guys let's just give me an idea about what you guys think where you're gonna go next.
Earth cult.
yeah,
Earth
we've
Cult.
got to find whatever the next closest temple is.
We're gonna hang with our lich bud.
Oh yeah, we should totally check in with him. He is Lilith loves him to pieces.
He's a lich.
I know
great.
it's like totally uncharacteristic.
I love how you're like,
for
let's
sure.
check on him and bring him cookies. And it's like, dude, that lich is older than all of us combined, probably. That lich has been liching so long.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have flesh anymore for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
Lilith, that is the pseudo living relative of her deity, for shit's sake. Like that.
Igni's like, it's just Walking Dead corpse, and Igni's fine.
Alright, so we will
It's nice.
pick up in 2 weeks' time, which will be what day? The 5th of November.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'll be on vacation that week.
So we will be back.
Remember.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
the 5th of November?
Yep.
Of November.
I will
Remember.
be in Las Vegas.
Streaming from the Vegases. That's pretty sweet.
So you guys will have to see. You picked up the storm boomerang, so you have that now.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Unfortunately,
literally called
No,
boomerang.
When
That's
I
some
first
Zelda shit right there.
when I
Yeah,
first
right?
made Igni, I debated between a sling or a boomerang, and I went with sling. So now guess what?
so this one's pretty cool. I'll get you the specifics. Unfortunately,
Oh no.
the things that make it super cool, it's been used and it needs to be recharged in a special location. Like,
Well,
because it
yeah.
does a D4, but it does an extra 3d4 thunder damage and can potentially stun people.
Oh, that's cool.
But once it's
Oh.
been used, like
Has to be
through the
recharged.
course of attack, it has to be recharged in a special situation.
Oh, I see.
So, and you guys got the one of the 4 legendary items: Wind Vein, the spear.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That is really cool.
That
You've been
was
talking about
really
a spear
cool.
for a long time. Now wait a second. Didn't we spend a whole bunch of money on a spear that you're probably never going to use now again?
Nah, I like both my spears are
Can you
interesting.
double spear it?
I could double spear it if I took the 2 weapon fighter feat.
Ooh, that would be sick.
That would be pretty
But
cool.
you lose the shield.
I would lose the shield, which makes my
Yeah.
AC a little ridiculous, and I would also lose dueling, which gives me +2 to damage. But I would be dual wielding spears, and that's kind of like cool damage.
It's a cool fight style. Extremely difficult.
We'll have
Yeah, I
to
bet.
we'll have to think about what you want to do with that. Maybe there'll be a training montage at some point.
You're the
That's it.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Let's get down to business.
We'll see.
God.
Defeat the hunt.
We will see. You guys took out Aerisi Kalinoth in 2 turns. To be fair, she had some pretty badass stuff, but
Clearly not.
she did. But
You know
she's
what
a
happened? She was resting.
she's
Gotta
a
keep you alert.
she's a wizard. Like,
Harry.
yeah, exactly. So she had legendary resistance. She had all this cool stuff. Oh, whoops. So guess what? When she dropped, I forgot to say this because it's like a little blurb at the top of her stat block. When she died, her body dispersed in a whirlwind into nothing. So there is no body.
Oh,
Oh, even better. That was easy.
Yeah.
that works.
So,
Even less cleanup.
yes. Okay. So thank you guys so much for playing. We'll go around the horn here and get everybody to give a little outro, and then we'll call it a night. So, all right, Brittany, who are you? Where can people find you and stuff?
Well, I play the righteous, justice-driven paladin, Azamar paladin, who also moonlights as a werewolf on this stream. And I also play a moon elf warlock and on the Venture Maidens stream, and we do that every other Wednesday. And then on the off Wednesdays, Celeste and I do after hours on our Venture Maidens Twitch channel.
All right, Chelsea, I know this is a loaded question, but where can people find you? Because it's everywhere.
I have
Pretty much.
taken over the interwebs. No, you can find me. I do play a lot of tabletop RPGs on a lot of awesome channels, just like this one. So I'm here on Monday nights. You can catch me Wednesdays with the North by Northwest podcast. Thursdays, you can catch me in a homebrew campaign over on Unmade Gaming's channel. Friday nights are iffy right now. I don't know what I'm doing on my Friday nights. Saturdays, you can catch me twice on Saturdays, once in the Vampire the Masquerade campaign over on Roll For It, and in the evenings, DMing my own campaign set in the Greyhawk world, Birthright of Pomage. And then every other Sunday, you can catch me on Monty Cook Gaming's channel playing through the Owl of Liasia, which is a homebrew campaign using the Cypher system. Oh, and Wednesday night is the closeout episode of Fate of the Anchorman, which is a homebrew campaign that I've put together using the Fate Core system that's inspired by Anchorman. And it closes out tomorrow evening, which is very exciting.
And you have some other thing coming up, right, that Davis is involved in, right?
Oh, I do.
my
Yeah.
God.
I haven't. The official announcement goes out tomorrow, but I guess I can give you guys.
What up, exclusive?
What up, exclusive? So I've become a little bit obsessed with this writer, Nerdburger Craig. I think is what he goes by online, but he does a lot of really cool writing, and he is getting ready to launch a Kickstarter on the 30th for a game called Die Laughing, which is a very, very cool, like B-rated horror, GM-less, like all-player collaborative storytelling RPG. It's just so much fucking fun. So I'm going to be doing a play test to count down the day before his Kickstarter launch, and Davis is going to be in it. So that will be the 29th, Monday the 29th at 7:30 over on my channel. Hopefully you will die laughing, because the last time I played it was really, really great. I adore Craig. And then I actually will be also play testing his game Capers, this beautiful game right here. Literally the front says super powered game of gangsters in the roaring 20s. Yes, please, and thank you.
It's very good.
Yeah, so I'll be playtesting that during the month of November, starting on Wednesday nights. So I got lots of RPG. The best way to find me is little_red_dot on the Twitches and the Twitters, and I think my Discord link's there as well on my Twitter. So lots of places.
All right, Bucky, what about you?
Hi, I'm Bucky. You can find me on Twitter at Bucky_Masters. Normally, I play Vendalar Greymeyer on the Taking Initiative podcast, and you can find them on Twitter at TI_pod. Stuff that's happening with me right now. Wednesday, I think I'm playing on the Venture Maidens stream to play Masks with Celeste and a few other people, and that's going to be a really fun, awesome time. Friday, I'm going to be streaming a thing for the podcast for patrons only, so if you happen to subscribe to us, you'll be able to join us for a patron-only thing. And also, recently, we made a partnership with Wizards of the Coast, and we are supporting Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. So if you go on to our most recent episode of our podcast, there is going to be a chest code that you can use for getting a free gold chest in the game. If you happen to play the game, or if you want to play it, it's a free game, so you can download it and play it whenever you want, and you can get a free gold chest if you start it.
Yeah, no, Idle Champions is pretty fun. It's definitely a good zone out thing if you need to just hang out and want to play a game but don't want to be super invested in what's going on.
Yeah. Hence Idle.
yes, Idle clickers, exactly. And Davis, what about you?
I don't know.
Oh,
Lex is taking his sweet time responding.
Well, what can you tell us about
Well,
you?
I can tell you that my name is Davis Hodges Hall, and I play the gleefully traumatized Wood Elf Vanan on this here stream. And I also play a goblin on the other campaign game I've been playing for the past few years in my good friend Lex Mandrake's game Dank Dungeons, and you can find us on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook as Dank Dungeons TV. And we got season 3 coming out, and it's really cool. It's very Mad Maxy, and like there's lots of really cool references and stuff going on, and it's really, really wild. This session and this season rather did not go exactly how I expected it, and I know he's doing tons of editing right now. And then you can also find us on Patreon. Help support us there. That's it.
Very cool. I'm Ted. This is Nerd Immersion. These guys will be back in 2 weeks' time. If you watch the other Mondays, you can see Celeste, who's also from the Venture Maidens, over there, as well as Renee from Fate and the Fable Maidens. So we've got a handful of different podcast representation. She has joined as a new character. It's very fun. None of you guys are going to be at PAX Unplugged, right? Just so I don't make sure I don't miss that.
No.
All right, so I'll be there in almost about a month to the day. So come and see me there and play games and whatnot. There will be lots of things, and I'm working on trying to get some one-shots and other campaign worlds out there on the channel for you guys, as well as a ton of DM's Guild stuff. I have like just an inbox full of things people have requested. So I did a whole one just about a shark encounter, came out last night, and it's Adventure League usable, so that's cool. What else? I said Elderwood Academy at the start. I'll say it again because they're great, and they're going to be at PAX Unplugged. So maybe you'll see me there at the booth, asking them to make more stuff that I come up with, like the TED Loop and other clever things. I gave them a list. I don't know if any of them will actually become products, but we'll see. And yeah, I do a homebrew stuff, homebrew game every Tuesday. Last week the week before, we did a big playtest for Cobalt Press on a big horse race mission. It was a whole separate like mini game within the game, all about horse racing. And in 2 weeks, it'll be the day before Halloween, so it's our evil campaign, and everybody's gonna dress up like their characters, so that should be fun. So you should come out and watch that. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys 2 weeks. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.